All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the tournament. This is the launch of Season 9 of Total Tavern, so we have a fresh leaderboard, and I'm very hyped. We're going to be playing the Sons of Sigmar today and getting wrecked by some of the new stuff, which should be quite a bit of fun. But let's do it. Yeah, welcome. Alrighty, so going to be getting the tournament started and praying to the Dark Gods or to Sigmar that the website doesn't crash because we have a lot of signups today. I think over 60 players, which is pretty thick. So let's go ahead and switch over here, get the game loaded up, and we're going to get a lobby going. There we go. Looks good. All right. So let's go to the Empire. By the way, can you guys hear that fan in the background? Let me know. It's really cold in here, and I have a little heater going. But if it's picking up in the microphone, I'll probably just endure. What's all banned now? So I didn't want to be like a pure neckbeard and just ban like the Thunder Tusk and the Mangler Squig completely. So we're allowing players to bring one Thunder Tusk and one Mangler Squig today because it's a new DLC. It's the first tournament. Let them get in. Let them play with the new toys, right? So that's going to be the plan there. And the gyro bomber is banned as well. I'll just turn it off. It's fine. All right. So we have some restrictions, but we're trying to let people try out the new stuff. And then, over the course of the next week or two, there's going to be some units that probably will be more or less hard banned. All right, so let's refresh the website now, and then we're going to go ahead and start the tournament as we are 2 minutes in here. And let's hope to the Dark Gods that it's able to generate the bracket. Oh, come on, don't crash. Okay, bracket is generating. Do not refresh the website, please. One day I will get to use the Skyhammer. Yeah, unfortunately it's bugged right now. It feels bad. Okay, that's a lot of people. So, here we go. So, it actually loaded up very well. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and announce that the Goblins we're live. Go time. All right, cool. So did some last minute admin work and everything loaded very smoothly actually, which is great. And we're actually playing an OG of Warhammer, which is pretty fun. We're playing Kark. He was a very, very good player in Warhammer 2. I haven't seen him too much in this version of the game. The last time I talked to him was maybe end of 2023, so it's been a while, but he actually qualified for some season finals in Total Tavern, if I remember. In the earlier seasons, he was definitely there. So yeah, we'll see what he's up to. All right, so let's go to domination mode, and we're going to go ahead and get the correct map. The map is going to be what? It is going to be Borderlow Landing, the classic. That's like the classic first map of the tournament, right? All right, so Sigmar stands ready. What's my favorite unit this DLC? Shielded Karl Franz. No, favorite unit this DLC? For me, it has to be a unit that's like functional but not overpowered. So let's see. The ogres probably wouldn't be my favorite. It would probably be not Skull Taker, but Arbol. Excuse me. So Arbol would probably be my favorite. How do you get the scores up on the top left? I can't find it in the settings. Is it a mod? It should just be the case when you're playing domination games. When you're playing domination or conquest games, there should be like a value score. Yeah, probably Arbol is my favorite of the DLC. I think he's really cool. The explosion ability is really good. There's a lot of neat stuff he brings to the table. All right, let me see if Kark is here. I think he is. Okay, looks like he's been playing Total War Warhammer for 5 hours, so he is most likely online. And any other admin work to do? It doesn't look like it. Everybody's getting their matches going, and we do have a lot of players, including a lot of new players, which is very exciting. All right, so hopefully our opponent shows. Let's see what they declared so we can at least start working on a build. Awesome. So hopefully it won't be too laggy. I know he's in Korea. Sometimes, yeah, usually the most lag will be folks. I've played with a fair amount of Korean players. It's usually not too laggy. I have a little bit more lag when I play with folks in like, the Russian regions. Yeah. Yeah, we're letting the Thunder Barge be used today too, because it got nerfed again, and yes, it has a bad hitbox, but it's also very expensive, and in domination mode, this is like a theory, right? Like maybe the Thunderbarge is going to, take up too much cost and you'll yield too much on the ground. Today is the Wild West. For launch tournaments, I like to be more relaxed. I think that I got some great feedback from some of the other hosts last night. So we could do the Imperial Convoy. That's kind of cool. Yeah, they have a cool banner there. Yeah, Sethius, it should be there. It's just like a default thing. The only mod we're running is the map pack mod, right? That's the only thing that we're jamming right now. Should be fun, though. It's going to be interesting to see which factions win today. We have a lot of Khorne players. I only saw maybe like 2 or 3 Ogre players. A fair amount of Greenskins. Greenskins were getting a lot of representation as well. And you guys will likely see the Mangler Squig today. We're allowing 1 Mangler Squig. It's kind of like we're treating it sort of like a super weapon, right? You know how in like 40k and tabletop, some units will be kind of like a one-of type unit that's restricted to 1 in your army. Like the Empire, for example, in tabletop can only bring 1 steam tank. The same thing applies here. All right, so let me see if he's having any issues getting into my lobby. Issues with my lobby. All right, so we're only 6 minutes in. Kark should be here soon. A lot of ogres declared last minute. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see ogres win. I mean, if we get a really high level player playing ogres, then I think we could see an ogre win. Greenskins too, though, man. I mean, greenskins are really good, and I also saw a lot of people playing their like OG factions as well, which is cool to see. A lot of familiar faces playing. We got Bob that Builder here, yeah, attack speed enjoyer. Let me see top 16 players from last season that are playing. So we have myself, Martin. Stingers has been top 16. Subichai is playing B6, has been top 16. Bob, Attack Speed Enjoyer both have. Via Anime was top 16. Anticity has been top 16. Ulrich as well. Hitman Hippo, Maverick Sloth. Grombrindle's been top 16. I mean, there's way more too. Outer Region. I could keep going. We got a lot of people playing today. All right. Let's see what old Kark Dog is saying. He says he's here. Hopefully he's not having any issues. I wish I knew what he was playing. All right, so he's responding to me now. Let's see what's going on here. Skulltaker is my favorite. Yeah, he's cool. Skulltaker has really good combat stats. He's just like a combat stick. He doesn't really bring too much to the table in terms of abilities that really change something instantly, but his grinding prowess is quite good. I wasn't ready because I was going up. Okay, let's play. What faction are you? All right, so we're going to see what old Kark is saying. Dude, Master Boy, and thank you, man. That's a fat one. Big old donation there, dude. Thank you so much. Sigmar bless his stream. Yeah, Sigmar's going to try today, but I mean, you guys have seen the trailer. Okay, he's greenskin, so we can at least start building right now. So you guys saw the trailer. It was literally Fran surrounded by a bunch of evil minions. So we're going to see if we can defy the trailer. My opponent is playing greenskins. All right, so blocker. Okay. Hopefully he read the rules and knows that Mangler Squigs are limited, but we will find out. All right. Let's get this blocker up for today. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. We got the Wookiee screen blocker. There you go, noble creature. All right. Perfect. There you guys. You can admire Wookiee while we build our armies. Okay, so against greenskins, man. Tricky stuff. They definitely have a lot of scary elements, but I think we're going to go this route. Yes, and let's get you and you. And outstanding. All right, so that's looking fine so far. Happy to see that we're actually seeing Cornate Demons being used. Yeah. Corn Demons aren't bad. Bloodletters are very, very good, actually. And that gives you, what, 40% Fizz Res? That's pretty good, actually. Oh, man, this character is so expensive. That character is so expensive. All right. So Mangler Squigs are, of course, limited to 1, as you know. So we're only going to be seeing 1 of those, probably. And aside from this, what do we want to be getting here? Not having healing there feels a little bit funky. But he is playing greenskins. So the Lords potentially could be very vulnerable here. If we can catch them slipping up, we can get some good punishment on them. The Steam Tank is always a good choice. Demogryph Knight RORs are good choices too. I actually played this matchup in the early build and was able to win pretty consistently with greenskins, so certainly going to be a little bit scary. All right, so what's the armor difference on these? Yeah, we would probably want to bring in you. All right, so that looks pretty fun. That looks good to me. Let's fire this up. And what else do we want? I think that's fine. All right. Is the new generic Ogre Lord good? The Paymaster? Yeah, the Paymaster is quite good. He has like 2 really nice cheap buffs, so I think that he's solid. Yeah, he's very solid. Okay, so the Green Tide is preparing to come for us. We need to bring some heavy cav. Obviously, the Demogryph Knight ROR is going to be very, very good. And then from there, probably just like basic Empire Knights. But even still, yeah, it's hard. Basic Empire Knights get kind of trash canned by the greenskins, which is a bit of a problem. Boris Toadbringer is good. You can go with the Toad. Oh, God, the sneeze. Oh, oh Jesus. Oh, God. Oh. Beautiful boy. Yeah, he's a good boy for sure. Wookiee's a flesh hound. No, he's more of a nurgling. Yeah, he was more of a nurgling in life. Yeah, I would say that's more his purview. All right, so you know what? I think we're going to switch up the build. I think it's a little bit too haggard to go for that. Okay, yes, and yes. And we can bring this too. Okay, so that gives us a lot more money to work with, which is nice. Gives us a lot more. Nurgle sneeze, I know. Plus you, the allergies. Yeah, the allergies are getting me. I've been forgetting to take my allergy medicine, so we're paying the troll toll. All right, so how do we beat these guys, man? How do we beat the Green Tide? They're so good at swarming, you know? They're so freaking good at swarming. All right, so let's fire this up. I think this could be kind of a fun tech. Great swords against greenskins are a bad idea. We're going to be dealing, unfortunately, with the double goblin character, so bringing artillery in the mainline build is risky because they can just summon squigs in your backfield and cause a lot of havoc, so he's for sure going to bring the double goblin character. We do know that like combat characters are a little bit better now at bonking. Yeah, that looks fine. All right, let's try that, and then we can get this. Yes, please. Yes, please. And cool. So we'll get you on this, and this, and this. All right. Yeah, this'll do. This'll do. This is a cool ass build too. This is like flavor. This has definitely got some flavor in it. Okay. That was it replenishes vigor. Yeah, that might actually not be bad. Okay. So now for the reinforcements, we got you guys. We got a little bit of shooting if we need to. We got these, and we're going to need more. Silver bullets are an interesting one in this matchup. You know, against some of the bigger squigs, they could be decent. Huntsmen are also not like a bad one-off pick against greenskins. You know, squigs are large targets. Better play Empire again. I've been playing the new stuff like nonstop though for the past like week, right? So it's time to get a little bit of change up here. So we'll do some Sigmar Suns, maybe. I think just like halberds are honestly my favorite Empire infantry these days. They just have such high melee defense and are pretty good against the big threats. So that's, to me, seems very good. All right. Do we want any wagons or anything? I don't think so. Great swords. I mean, he could bring the shielded blackworks, but I think I can kill them with other means. And could do 1 unit of these, though. That doesn't seem like a bad choice. All right, I think we're ready. Good luck, have fun. Let's go ahead and switch the banner. Let's play Reichland, the classic. And let's see if Galmaraz can get it done. It's not going to be easy. I think greenskins are pretty favored in this matchup. That's not to say we can't do work, though. Oh, he's probably going to bring the new bolt throwers, though, as well. Yeah, the bolt throwers could be a bit of a problem. We'll see. Elspeth. No, I almost went Elspeth, but I didn't want Kark's first experience to be Elspeth just cooking his lord. Even though I might still lose the game, it's just like... Elspeth is also really expensive, and greenskins have pretty good sniping, so I think that it's risky to go Elspeth. Yeah, so we went with the Prince and Emperor, because he's just way cooler. Yes! Dude, Karl Franz was in the trailer. Win or lose, that is the way to go out in this game. All right. Borderlow Landing is going to be the map. Let's see what's cooking. I fought today versus greenskin on ranked matchmaking. They are no so hard to kill. So you're talking about now after the update. They're OP. Yeah, on ladder, people are going to bring like 4 Mangler Squigs. So yeah, you're going to suffer. Today, they can only bring 1. So I'm probably going to be facing 1 Mangler Squig, but it is what it is. The Prince and Emperor had to come, though. Galmaraz must be wielded in the air once more. The Stank. I do have a Stank, but bolt throwers are a very good counter against Stank. So you guys know the world champion, right? Solasora. Hasn't done the map pack. No problem. So you know Solasora, right? Reigning world champion. I was able to beat their empire with greenskins using just 2 bolt throwers, and they're a much better player than me. So I think that this matchup has been greenskin favored for a while because the greenskin win the infantry fight, they win the cav fight, A couple things you have are your magic, and of course your monsters can be good against greenskins, but they typically are pretty favored. I had a replay where the bolt thrower got like 3,000 value against Empire, but steam tanks can't really dodge their shots very well, so that was a big determining factor. So, all right, so we're gonna do this, and now the rest of the army is gonna go here. All right, so we got the Prince and Emperor ready to go. No pistoliers, no skirmishers, just pure army here. So I probably will yield the objectives out of the gates, but we do have these guys. I actually thought about bringing a warrior priest, but yeah, it would have been cool. We're trying the volley gun steam tank out, see how that bad boy performs, and yeah, we'll see what's cooking. Yeah, no, we're doing something different. I just want to have some fun with this and see how it works. Yeah. All right, so you guys and you guys, let's get you over here. And you guys can waddle over here. Perfect and perfect. And probably going to need those halberdiers on the side objective in case he tries to backflank it. Korngors are very strong. They're honestly probably one of the best units in the DLC, just like in terms of cost effectiveness. So the Thunder Tusks are also very good, Pigback Riders. All right, friends. Let's see if Sigmar can get it done. It's not going to be easy. We got the volley gun tank, which will be pretty cool. Does he have bolt throwers? I don't think so. It looks like it's going to be Azag. If he does have bolt throwers, he does. Okay. So I could just hide behind the pillar. It's going to be my game plan. Prince and Emperor is going to go up. We're going to move you up. And do we have any chances of getting back here? How many bolt throwers are we looking at? So we see 1, 2, and 3. Oof. Okay, so we need to just basically keep our steam tank like behind this and keep it alive. We do have a lot of healing, obviously. It's basically impossible to dive back there and get on top of that. It looks like he does have some stealth units, and Azag is going to be rocking Spirit Leech, so yeah. Maybe too dangerous bringing the meme tank. We're going to have to see, but it can sit back here and generate some shots. In the meantime, for reinforcements, what do we want to call in? Haka Long Rifles. We have some Demogryph Knights. I could call in more State Troopers. That's probably not a bad idea. What does his army look like? Yeah, could be worse. All right, so France can go over here. He does get that objective, and the meme tank is going to be kind of sitting over here and just Gatling gunning things. And, if we can lure his bolt throwers back, you see he's got all his bolt throwers zeroed in on me already. So that's pretty scary. We can start moving up a Hellblaster volley gun and just using it to control the objective. All right, so Spirit Leech on Franz is whatever. It doesn't matter because we can just heal. Okay, so the main core of the army is going to be here, and the bolt thrower should be just about in range. So we need to zero like the line of sight on this. And I can just go right up behind that pillar, actually. That's probably going to be fine, more or less. Yeah, let's be careful here. Let's be careful. So we see the Boar Boy Biggins moving around the side. And Franz is here. I could go after the bolt throwers. He doesn't have anything to peel them, so Franz is just going to dip down here and chill. We see a call-in of Morgov's Mangy Marauders, which is a good call-in for sure. Let's start shooting you, and we can get the Hellblaster volley gun to start shooting at him as well. And Franz can go and bonk you on the head if he wants to. I don't think he does. All right, so we are getting shot a little bit, but we do have shields. So we're all right, and now the Hellblaster volley gun should be in position to start wasting some of these guys soon. These are Savage Orc Arrow Boys. All right, so let's get you guys moving in, and we can attack here with Franz. Let's move you guys out this way, and does not look like he's going for the outside. We are getting some shots here, but let's move around the outside here. Franz has moved in and is going to be retreating back now. We could actually take the fight versus Homeboy here, so we're going to pop this and this and get our Lifecaster and do a big old heal on Franz. And hopefully I can bonk Azag on the head pretty hard. That would definitely be nice. All right. So Franz should out-trade Azag in a fight, especially with all these abilities activated, and you can see he's doing some serious work against him for sure. In the backfield, we don't know what's coming yet, but let's get these Demogryph Knights and move them up here. And we did out-trade there pretty hard, I would say. Halberdiers can go right here. The Savage Orc Arrow Boys are getting nailed by a Hellblaster volley gun, and the meme tank is going to move over here. All right, so we get the Squig Summons. The Squig Summoners are here. We got Azag down to like half health, which is great. And Franz is going to rear charge into one of these. Let's get our steam tank coming here, and the Demogryph Knights are at the ready. Hellblaster volley gun's doing okay damage, nothing too crazy. Let's get these halberds to come across and fight these goblins. We do break one Squig unit instantly. Now Franz is going to go try and bonk these goblin bosses on the head if he can. All right, so yep, let's shoot here, and let's shoot here with you. Keep these Demogryph Knights at the ready, General, and yeah, we're going to see if we can, cheese his lord down. Franz has already punished one of the goblins, and it looks like the back pressure is coming here. We see a couple Squigs on their way by. So let's get the Haka Long Rifles, do this, have them start shooting here, and great. So Franz is going to need a regrowth right now. He's going to need a big overcasted regrowth. So let's cast it on you. Let's get you back, and hopefully we can escape. And maybe he's going to be able to take the fight here and do well. All right, so the Demogryph Knights at the ready. Let's get those Orc Boar Boy Biggins. If we can kill his lord right here, then that's probably going to be GG for him. So we're gonna try and do it. So let's get the gun shooting there. Franz is going to retreat back and help out the boys. And overall, the Haka Long Rifles are doing good work. Let's Let's get the steam tank in melee. As a matter of fact, though, let's probably just keep shooting you and try and get you off the battlefield. That's going to be a little bit better. All right. So the Stank has almost finished off Azag, and in the backfield, Demogryph Knights should be able to win that fight. We have the Hawk and Long Rifles chillaxing and providing supporting fire, and I think that Azag is unfortunately going to get away, so we need to pull you back. So let's get back and back. Have you guys retreat here, and Franz is going to get ready. Hawk and Long Rifles can shoot this. Let's get the Demogryph Knights to intercept those Orc Boar Boys. And I'm losing ground on the objectives for sure, but that's to be expected. Greenskins are going to be pretty aggro here, so let's charge, and we can have you charge in as well, and hopefully just break that position. All right, so grenade launchers next, maybe. I think so. Let's get grenade launchers, move up, start cleaning out some of the trash units here. He does get on top of my artillery, but I think we're going to be okay on the artillery position because of the demis and whatnot. We'll have to see. Azag is rallied on the back of the battlefield, so that's pretty unfortunate for me. These squigs are gone in 21 seconds, but we have to make sure they stay gone, right? So we're going to continue charging here, get some big terror routes. Let's move the Hellblaster volley gun back, and it looks like we should be able to stabilize that. All right. Shoot these Orc Boar Boys. Halberdiers are working on the flanks. Let's collapse on these archers here because they're doing a shit ton of damage, and we'll do this and this. All right, and we have the Hellblaster volley gun pulling back right now. Come on, Franz, and let's get those state troopers to pile into those guys. Yes, there we go. Perfect. That's going to be outstanding. All right, the squigs have been dealt with, and now let's go ahead and get grenades going right here on these guys, and you guys go after these goblins as well. Hellblaster volley gun should be able to stabilize, so now we can kind of start looking to counter push a little bit, because I think we're getting a lot of ground here, and we do have the goblin big bosses there as well. He's got 2 Orc Boar Boys coming in. Let's grenade you guys, and Franz can keep bonking you, and in the meantime, let's get the Stank moving up, although I know he's still getting good shots there. He's certainly getting a little bit of melting going. All right, so let's get another grenade launcher, move up, and start poking a little bit. Azag is just going to be living in the shadows, it looks like. And the Hellblaster volley gun is going to be back online too. All right, so we do have more of these bad boys. Franz is a little bit beat up, but nothing we can't recover from. Let's grenade launcher you, get the meme tank back, and the meme tank can turn around and engage here. Franz can also engage there with the Reikland Runefang, and he's going to need another heal. Yeah, he's going to need some heals for sure. All right, so we get that going. In the meantime, we do have these state troopers on top of those. So let's go ahead and start grenade launching those Ruglud's armored Orc Boys. And you guys move up, and the Hawk and Long Rifles can do this. The problem is we have these squigs moving for our weapon here. All right, let's keep intercepting. Hopefully we're just going to be able to win on value is going to be the power fantasy here. These are the squig summons, so we're going to get our demis and our steam tanks and run over and intercept that, and probably save up for another Demogryph Knight here. Fran's going to move in, grenade launchers, turned about face, and we are getting some excellent grenades there. Let's move you guys up, and what do we have in the woods here? Forest Goblin Spider Riders? All right. So we need the Arwar Demi, I think, to really make ground here. We do see Azag beat up in the shadows, so he's very far back there. And we do get the Orc Boys diving very deep into my line, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to just finish them off here. In the backfield, we have a little bit of trouble, so let's get you guys. And can we break these guys? I think we got to just summon a Spearman with shields to kind of run interference here, pull you back this way, and great. So now we're making progress. The Greenskin army is looking really raggedy. And we have a lot of healing, remember, right? We have a whole lot of healing. All right, let's pull you back this way. Is the Hellblaster volley gun still online? It is. That's really big, actually. And these are Orc Boar Boy big uns. Okay. So this is a very Karl Franz game where he's like, you know, the Prince and Emperor is in trouble, right? He's beat up, he's injured, but he's still leading the boys. Let's get you on the objective there. Hellblaster volley gun needs to start shooting at these Orc Boar Boys, which are just so cheap and so cost effective, you know? All right, so the backfield, do we sweep this up? It looks like we do. And here we have the Demogryph Knights. Does Franz need a regrowth? He does. And the Steam Tank also could use some healing as well. Okay, so we're going to need to get the big Demogryph Knight RORs in here now. They're going to be our breadwinners, right? It's so hard to get the momentum back against this Greenskin army. Azag is very low, though. And I think we just regrowth the Steam Tank. I think that's going to be a little bit better. Yeah, all right. Awesome. And we can grenade you guys. And in the meantime, you guys just keep pushing. Great. So the Demogryph Knights got the job done. So Franz should be able to finish off these ones. We're still so stuffed back, though. That's the hard part, right? It's tricky to escape the clutches of this army. He really doesn't have much, though. And his bolt throwers are really low on ammo. Like, I feel like if I can get him back soon, then maybe we're going to find a way. All right. So it looks good. Let's get Franz and company to push up. Spider Riders do catch us here. We managed to get some grenade salvos, but we need to probably get some troopers moving up. So we're going to, I think, start pressing like all the objectives. Okay, so the Prince and Emperor got it here. His bolt throwers are nearly out of ammunition. One of them is very overextended too. Franz is going to need an Earthblood if we can get one. So let's get, I think I just have to single target him. Yeah, I think I just have to. All right, let's rush the bolt throwers now. So we're going to take the glorious charge of Sigmar. This is going to be super epic. We're going to get like a big old charge here. And he's trying to snipe my lord, so let's land on the ground here. All right, awesome. Grenades getting her done. So let's get the halberds moving up. And then we need to get some troops moving for his back objective because it's going to be that kind of a game. All right, so we got the pump wagon. So let's just, cleave into them with the demogryphs. Franz is landed on the ground, and the pump wagons get absolutely wrecked by the demogryph knights. And these are the scary demis, by the way. These are the Regiment of Renown ones. Oh, yeah, for Sigmar, baby. For Sigmar, let's go. All right, get into the artillery piece. We got these guys going. Good, and grenade launchers, take those offline. And now we just bum rush and try and get that big counter push going, right? That's going to be the play. All right, pop the Reikland Runefang. Let's get in there. He does get the Swig summon. This is like our kind of our last stand of sorts. We need to win this, and if we do, then we win the game, right? So Franz is going to get up in the sky, and he's going to go try and bonk Azog on the head, which is going to cause a big leadership drama, potentially. Okay, and great. So those guys have been cleared out. We have Franz and company moving in. We need to win this fight. If we win this fight, we have a chance. Franz is low. Azag is running. All right, great. So let's keep these Royal Turf Grid fights moving in. We got Spearman support coming up. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to need some terror routes here, 100%. So let's get grenades going. You guys keep moving up this way. And yeah, the steam tank is also still there. We do get terror routes coming in. So we need these boar boys to terror route down, man. We need them to terror route down. I think he might just barely hold me. We're going to need Franz to get back and the demogryphs to get back too. We're going to need some spear support here. So let's get the Grundle's defenders, move them up. We don't really have much else to call in, to be completely honest with you. And we just need spear support. Yeah, the steam tank is going to hold. Azag is running for the hills. It's certainly going to be a triple cap situation, but triple capping here is very, very possible. We see Franz getting nailed, and that's not good. Granted, the greenskins. Can we get this Hellblaster volley gun tank to shoot him? Franz is at, what, 200 HP? All right, we're going to try and shoot this guy down here. Maybe it'll work out. Does Franz have any healing? He doesn't. Okay, so the Prince and Emperor has fallen, but he did a great job. He was an absolute Giga Chad. And let's move you up. And we unfortunately are still getting skirmish back here. So another Demogryph Knight unit, maybe. The Royal Altar of Griffites are still hanging in there strong, but we need the spear support. Yeah, we need all this. We have our Life Wizard and Azag. Okay, Azag shattered. That's going to be a really big potential comeback opportunity for us. Let's get another Halberdier unit coming up. The Steam Tank Volley Gun is here. What a good game, though. Win or lose, this is such a good match. Okay, so Spearmen are here. We need to get the Steam Tank out of there. Our Life Wizard is in a little bit of trouble. The Boar Cav are just so cost-effective, man. When Azag flees, you're going to see the Greenskin Army start to have some issues, potentially, with leadership. Let's get you on this piece. Let's get you up here. We're at, what, 1,200? We need to keep the Steam Tank alive. That's a big thing for us. Okay, unfortunately, those guys broke. Do we have any troopers nearby? We do not. We have a little bit of healing on you, and cool. So you guys are moving. You guys are moving. Got to keep the meme tank alive. It's our only hope. Okay, so Azag is off the battlefield. We were able to get him, and now we need to get this tank back. We have someone on our back objective here. We're going to need to push for it, I think. And yeah, state troopers can move that way. We have the back pressure going, and the tank might be able to escape. All right, so let's move you up. How much HP do we have in this thing? 1,300? Not very good. Halberdiers are trading all right. His army's pretty ragged. I mean, we're pretty equal, I would say, in terms of value overall, but he's got the positioning on the battlefield, which is not good for us, right? And just the Boar Boy units are just so cost effective. All right, so what do we have here on the back? Is it just goblins? Okay, Halberdiers should be able to win against goblins. Do we have any chances of getting the objectives? I don't think so. I don't think so. What a good game, though. This was such a scrap. I wonder how well Franz did. Franz was good. I mean, I think, would Boris have been better? It's hard to say. Those damn squig summons are so powerful, dude. They're so freaking powerful. All right, let's get you back. Let's get you back here. Let these guys fight. And the Halberdiers are pushing, but even if we do get this point on the back, I don't know if we're going to have the time for it. All right, so we do have a lot of halberds now, and our steam tank is still fighting strong. Grenade launchers are back and ready, so let's nuke this position. And we have enough for a demi, do we? I don't think so. I don't think we do. And there's going to be some Boar Boys arriving. Granted, we do have units that, like, theoretically counter them, but the Hellblaster Volley Gun was kind of cool, too. I don't know what kind of value we got from it. We do see the Greenskin Army here taking a shit ton of damage, but it's probably not going to be in time is the problem. Okay, so let's get another grenade launcher out. Yeah, just start mowing these guys down. So let's go get that artillery piece offline. Our Halberdiers in the back are trying their best, but we only have 60 seconds. No, less than that, actually. But we do get a mass break. I think there was an opportunity where I could have been more patient with my Franz push. And then maybe could have like broken him there. You know, like I feel like I bum rushed it too too aggressively, and that maybe cost me a bit. Yeah, when I had that like Demogryph Knight countercharge, I felt like that was a little bit too late. Because right now we're in a winning position, but it's too late. You know, we're gonna get the middle. Yeah, GG, well played. It's very, very good stuff. Orcs are very strong, and Kark is a top tier tournament player too. So I'm happy with the outcome of that game. That was actually really good. Green Tide versus Empire. Now, what would I change in the build? I mean, Lord Sniping is one thing with Elspeth, but yeah, the Bolt Throwers were really good. See, the Bolt Throwers are a great counter against the Steam Tank, by the way. Steam Tank still got 1,800 value. Fran's only got 1,600. So, yeah, no, the boss summons are definitely OP. They need to be cut down to 1, and I think they will be. I don't think they're OP enough to ban, but yeah, the Bolt Throwers, I'm telling you, are good in the Empire matchup. They're good against your Demis. They're good against your Cav. They're good in this matchup against Empire. So probably teching out of the Steam Tank is smart, right? Because if you look at his army quality, it's very poor. It's mainly just goblins and a couple orc boys. So indexing into just a wider army with like a Boris Todbringer probably would have been better, I think. Let me say GG to him. GG well played. GG well played. Report. Score please. And stand by for next game. Norska would have been... Yeah, Norska's actually pretty good against greenskins. Yeah, I've seen that played a lot. Norska's been doing very well. You saw in the season finals in the last major tournament we had last weekend, Norska was doing very good. So Steam Tank still did okay. Terror, you always need something that causes terror, but probably just going Burning Head with Burning Head with, Boris Todbringer is going to be better, I think. Hellblaster Volley Gun got 800 value. Grenades did even better. Demogryph Knights, okay, 1,400 value on one Demi. Like, they are the go-to cav. And the Hawklands only got 300 value, so they kind of weren't very good. Yeah. All right, GG, well played. Good game. Good game. I needed more Witch Hunters. That's right. I needed more. Okay, that was a really good match. It was actually very close. Very, very close. His build was pretty tuned. It was a good build. Bolt Throwers counter the Steam Tank. It's, it's predictable. I should have adapted to that. All right, so let me fix some of the scores here. We have to do a little bit of admin work. We'll get ready for the next game. If Kark wins all of his matches, then we have a good chance of making top 4 still. If Kark wins his matches and we win our next 3, we have a decent chance. Boss spawns are OP because they are OP. And they last way longer. For some godforsaken reason, CA made it so the summons on the squigs last like way longer than regular summons. I don't know what they were smoking, but it's weird. Yes. All right, so update this. Give him his free point here. And let's see what's crack-a-lacking. So let's go back to the drawing board on our build. This is one of my favorite things to do after you have a really tough game. Empire definitely feels like you can beat greenskins, though. It's in the ballpark. Like, that was a close game, and Kark is a top-tier tournament player. So if we can fine-tune our build, I think we'll be fine. So let's do that, because we're likely to play another greenskin today. In this tourney, you might need to be... Yeah, that's true, Harrison. It's very true. It is indeed. Okay, so probably Todbringer, because his passive regeneration will counter the Spirit Leech, and he has the leadership shenanigans, so I think that's pretty good against the Green Tide. All right, so we got the Todd. We can bring his other... Hold the line. Our infantry core is fine. I think it's adequate. I mean, you could even just go more State Trooper heavy instead of halberds. Like something like this. The land ship would have been interesting. It does have more HP than the tank, but I think we just go back to this is the old school meta against greenskins, is just Burning Head spam. So you just Burning Head with Boris and have like a lot of terror. I think it's probably safer. We keep the Power Stone. Now for the rest of the army, we don't want to bring things that the Bolt Thrower is good against, right? So what does that leave us with? I mean, do we just go super wide infantry? Manglers, they're allowed to bring one Mangler. Yeah. Yeah, the halberds are definitely a go-to. They're very good. I'm almost thinking just like a wide battle line formation, and with a couple huntsmen maybe. But crossbows in theory could wreck the air boys. So maybe we just whip out a couple of those. We can cut the Power Stone. No, Power Stone's really good. Hold the line and get another Crossy. Like a build like this. The squig summons last longer than you do in bed. Yeah, you actually just remind me that, like, what are we going to do against the squig summons with the crossbowmen? They're just going to get killed by the squig summons, like, instantly. Although, with proper defense, maybe not. Yeah, we could try it. Yeah. The regular Empire Knights get wrecked so bad by Greenskin Cav. I think that we go double Demi. Demogryph Knight Halberds trade pretty well into Boar Boys after their recent buffs. The ROR is also viable too. You could even do like a triple Demi build, but without life healing, they're not quite as good. So just maybe the basic variant's a little bit better. Definitely the grenade launchers are standard. I think you have to bring those. And aside from this, I did like the artillery. The cool thing about the artillery is it forced Kark into a really, I think like a cannon would be better actually. Yeah, the ROR demis are very good. We'll keep them. I think the cannon might be better because it's going to force Kark to, it's going to force him or the greenskin player to dive me, and then I can get the advantage on them, right? So I think that's pretty good. Free Company Militia are also welcome. Although, are they that good in this matchup? I mean, they do kind of get wrecked by quite a bit of stuff. War Wagons get wrecked by Bolt Throwers now, so you can't really go War Wagon anymore against greenskin. That used to be one of the standard techs. All right. So let me check here. Okay, just doing a little bit of housekeeping. We have a lot of players. We're going to be pretty relaxed today with the timers and everything. Let's see who this player is. We have some serious lagging. Okay. Right on. So I think we're fine. And let's continue to the build. Maybe 2 demi summons, yeah. I was kind of feeling like I wanted a little bit more cav that game. But maybe we need to mix in Knights of the Black Rose. Sunmaker's not bad. It's not bad against greenskins. I like the cannon, though. I feel like Burning Head and Boris will handle most of the infantry. The Landship is definitely good in some matchups. The Wonder of the Age can get a lot of work done. It has been nerfed a lot, but it's still good. Bolt Throwers are good against some factions. They're niche. They're niche. He wasn't swarming, though, guys. He only had 5 infantry units. He had 3 Orc Boys and like 3 Goblins. So Sunmaker would not have been that good. Like, our core infantry will probably be able to beat his, and then we just need the Hammer of the Witches to outrange his Bolt Throwers and also snipe the Orc Boar Boys. And, like, you know, if we had killed Azag earlier in the game, Azag literally escaped us that game, guys, with, what, like 100 HP, and then we lost the game because of that. If we had routed Azag off the battlefield, we 100% win. The Greenskin army would have folded up way quicker with Azag off the field. So that was a close game, man. If we had killed Azag when we had him there trapped, like, he was literally at like 5%. We just straight up win. You know, what about a net to counter Squig Summons? No, it's not worth using Winds of Magic to counter those. They last too long. I also thought about this. So we cut 1 Halberdier and we fire you off, and we get Benediction and then Soulfire. If we could like find a way to justify that, yeah, it's hard to get it going. Yeah, Boris Toddbringer's there. Because the Warrior Priest with his little AoE, like the Soulfire Bombardment, I don't know what kind of damage it does. Maybe we got to test that. Let's go test that real quick while we wait. Okay, checking Total Tavern. See how we're looking here. But I know who will be the last to report every round. Oh, are we talking about the dreaded Subutai? No, he probably did it already. Yeah. We're almost there, actually. Only 2 games. Anticity versus Ulrich Rawl and Romulan Dog versus Dr. Jellyfish. Okay. Oh, okay. I see who you're talking about now. I see who it is. All right. So let's test the Warrior Priest out. It's been a while since I've used him. I love digging back into the Empire. The Empire is probably my favorite faction to play with Chaos Dwarves. They're so flavorful, and the wins just feel so glorious, you know? All right. Let's got this, and then, yeah. So let's test it out against, like, some Orc Boy units or something. All right. Let's just do a quick little test of this. 2 matches left? Yeah. We still have time, though, so we have 6 minutes left in the round. We started at 1:30. It's 45-minute rounds is what I usually do, so. It's Pwn. How dare you, Pwn? The long rifles are all right. They definitely gave me some, like, Overwatch utility, but they got compromised pretty quickly. I should have kept them more deep set. For the Elden Hammer! The Warrior Priest do have 85 armor now, which is cool. Same as Tabletop. Tabletop, they have heavy armor. All right, let's see how they do here. Like, I always thought, like, just having a sustained fighting piece that has an AoE could be good. All right, so let's, like, move him in. And now we're going to do the bombardment here. Let's see what's cooking. He's not, like, fully enveloped in them, but let's see if this is even worth it. So this guy's in the middle of the unit, right? So that wasn't terrible. It is, like, an infinite cooldown, 1.5 minutes only. Okay. I mean, is that bad? And can they take on an Orc Boy unit? It looks like they can, right? And obviously the boss is going to beat the shit out of them. Warrior Priest should have armor piercing. That's another stupid thing. Warrior Priest literally wield hammers. This Warrior Priest here is trying his best, but the Wog is pretty strong. I guess the Benediction thing is like, you could maybe treat a Warrior Priest like a Grail Relic with an AoE, right? Yeah, so it's off cooldown again. He drops it. You know, gets the damage. We move him into the formation. I mean, that's pretty good right there. I don't hate it. Yeah, not bad, not terrible. That's like a very apt way of putting it. Can we enforce a 10-minute build timer? Yeah, it's tricky. But if somebody's taking too long to build, just message me and I'll give them a warning. It's the first day, you know, first tournament, so going to be a little bit more relaxed there. What is armor piercing? Well, typically in the Warhammer setting, Warhammers themselves are supposed to be armor piercing weapons. Like every unit that wields a Warhammer or a hammer has armor piercing, right? At least from what I've seen. I mean, you have the Hammerer here, right? Who else wields hammers on the Dwarven roster? Yeah, you have hammers, which are obviously an AP unit. I think several of the Dwarf Lords have a hammer, right? Belagar, is he wielding an axe or a hammer? I don't remember. In tabletop, though, yeah, like great weapons usually look like hammers. Like if you look at the Knights of the White Wolf on the Empire, or in Old Fantasy, or I guess great weapon knights, they usually are wielding hammers. Yeah, Bob, you can shoot me a thing. In the real life setting, Warhammers are great against armor. In real life settings, Warhammers are great against armor. Yeah, it makes sense. It like can crush the armor, right? And get to the lad below. I mean, much better than like a sword. You know, rounds over. All right, thank you, brother. Okay, goblins, do not refresh the website. This is the great test here. Okay. And we're just going to let it sit for a second. Let it chill out and breathe. Awesome to see. And now we're going to get cooking here. We're going to get cooking. All right. So that looks fine, looks fine, looks fine. And all right, we're going to advance the Swiss. It's always a little bit stressful when you have big tournaments. The website's held together with sticks and glue, but, you know, it's going strong. Okay, so I've advanced it. It's loading and should be up in a minute. Hold! I know, Frost, it's so true. Why is Thorgrim not armor piercing? He literally has the Axe of Grimnir. It is kind of stupid. Thorgrim should have armor piercing. He's literally wielding the same rune axes, or a similar rune axe to Gotrek, who has AP. So, yeah, it's weird. What about rockets or cannons to counter bolt throwers? I think you can counter bolt throwers by just not presenting them with cost-effective targets. Ogres have a ton of units with blunt weapons that are not armor piercing. It's true. Yeah, it's obviously not going to be consistent, but... Okay. Do not refresh the website, please. Goblins. Round 2 is live. Brackets should be appearing soon. Let's give it a second, and there they are. Cool. So, no problem. The website held like an absolute Chad. So next up, we have the Bully Wug. Okay, that should be fun. I don't know who that is. So we are on to another duel here. Okay. Let's find him. The Bully. What's his name here? I think it's this player here. Yo. We're up. He's got a frog as his picture, which is glorious. And looks like he is playing, I don't know what, maybe greenskins, maybe ogres, probably something new, I would wager. Yeah, we did lose game 1, but it was a very close game. It was very close, and it was against a top player, so I have no shame in it. It was a good cockfight. We learned a lot. Were Halberdiers buffed in some way? No. They're just really good. Halberdiers, 42 melee defense is a great stat line with majority 20 armor piercing value. That's really cost effective against factions where you're going to be expecting armored cav and armored mass. Their base leadership is 72. State troopers are 60, right? So state troopers are 60, halberdiers are base 70, which is really nice. And if you mix in a warrior priest, they're up to 78, which is pretty damn good. Yeah. Armor isn't useless, Cham. I would disagree with that. Because here's the thing, like when a unit does armor piercing, for example, a large proportion of their, or a percentage of their, armor piercing units typically don't do full armor piercing. So a lot of their damage still will be mitigated by armor, but not as much. Edge of the Darkwood, which is basically Borderlow Landing 2.0. It looks very cool. Ah, we got Corn. Okay, this is going to be fun. All right, so we got Corn. Let's see what we got here. Wookiee, preserve us. And yeah, let's get it going. Cool, we got you guys. Oh, we need to put unicaps on. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we got the corn dog. Corn is coming for us. Yes, I love it. And Pistoliers are pretty good against Corn. I like the mobility there. I feel like they can do some work. Franz is actually not terrible here. Definitely prefer healing magic in this situation because Corn, is really resilient against DPS magic. So just going healing is usually what you want to be doing here. Okay, and then we need to pick out a Lord, which is going to be what? Yeah, the Prince and Emperor might need to return. He's pretty okay against any of the demons. What do we need to worry about? Skull cannons? Yeah, skull cannons. That's right. So skull cannons are all the hotness right now, right? So we need to put some respect on their name, and then we can get this. Cut you, and I think we go this route. Yeah, I think we're gonna go this route here. Cool beans. Yeah, so this is a nice little army out of the gates. I think we got a lot of what we need. And against Khorne, definitely I'm going to want the Demogryph Knight RORs. And then baseline Empire Knights are good here. Knights of the Black Rose are also okay, but the problem is Khorne Gores exist now. So Khorne Gores are a bit of a problem for Shizzle. We gotta worry about them. This guy's very expensive, but I think he's worth it. Okay. Yeah, the Skull Cannon is hard and the Khorne Gores are hard. Those are the two big things we need to worry about here. Greatswords, I don't know how well Greatswords will trade into Khorne Gores. Khorne Gores do have 60 armor, so having a little bit of armor piercing is probably warranted against them. Let's get two of those guys. And yeah, so the infantry is really, really the issue. Yes, Pistoliers can do some work against Fleshhounds and a number of targets on the Khornate roster. Yes. Okay, so crossbows. Do we need anything else? It looks like he's ready. Looks like the Madman is ready to go. Outriders with long rifles, kind of an interesting tech here against anything big. I definitely think we need that online. Otherwise, we're going to be at the mercy of some scary, scary stuff. Yeah, Greatsword's probably not bad in this matchup, although the Flesh Doggies, the Minotaurs, the Bloodletters, there's a lot of scary stuff, that's going to give us some grief for sure. Flagellants, probably not great here. I think they die to most things. I think they're going to die to most things, yeah. Not have a good time doing it either. Hellblaster Volley Gun is actually a fun one in this matchup too. It can definitely do some work. All right, so is that going to be enough to defend all the tools that we need? Theodore Bruckner is kind of a cool one here too. The Khorne Lord, yeah, probably going to be the Khorne Heroes. Do we want somebody who can bonk the Khorne Heroes on the head is the question. Because the Khornate Heroes, what's it going to be? Like cultists and things like that? That is true. The cultists are a bit of an issue. You know what? Let's try something different this game. I don't want to use the exact same build we used last game, so we're gonna do something a little different. Okay, and yes and yes. We're gonna cut that. Okay, so now we have a bit more money to spend, which is fun. We do not have a stank. The stank against Khorne is pretty okay too. It does get some nice terror routes and whatnot. Shooting against Khorne, we can mix this in and mix this in. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, so reinforcements. Would love to find a way to get a Knight of the Black Rose in here. But man, yeah, the Khorne Gore is really, really stressing me out. Those things are absolute nightmares to deal with. They trade so well. They just have a good stat line. Okay, and then 800 left. 850. Do we just get another one of these? Probably so. Free Company Militia are going to be 450, and then we can get 375 on you. Okay. I think this is acceptable. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not super confident with this build. It's making me a little nervous. Making me a little nervous here. Why is he spamming ready for mind games? I know. He's mind gaming me pretty good, guys. Ironsides or Riot? Are Ironsides good here? I wish there was a certain campaign banners he could. I'm kind of indexing into something that will counter the new stuff. So if he doesn't bring the new stuff, if this man doesn't have the DLC, I could be in some trouble. Yeah. Bow or gun better against Khorne in multiplayer? It depends on your build, really. But like typically guns, probably Khorne has a fair amount of armor and bigger targets too. They have some, so. Yeah, I went with Elspeth to counter to just absolutely wreck skull cannons. Because if he goes double skull cannon, Elspeth is going to be able to fly in and course gating breath them and just like one-shot them. So I'm hoping that that will be enough. I almost went Steam Tank, but you guys saw one last game already. So yeah, we're going to chill out on that right now. Oh, he said bet to me, which is I think that's Gen Z slang. What does that mean when somebody says bet? Like BET? Is that like a form of agreement? Is it like hi? I think it's like an agreement, right? Like if you say something and they say bet, it means like for sure, right? It's like the old school version of for sure. Yeah, let me know. I'm curious. For the Heldenhammer. Spearman. All right, so let's get you. And we're going to form ranks here and here. Bet on it. It means, hang on. Old man agreement. It means like it's like a form of agreement, right? Dude, I'm almost 40, dude. I'm 36. We're getting there. All right, let's get this cannon. So we have Hammer the Witches in 4, and then we have Pistoliers to roll up and grab objectives. Pistoliers are pretty good against Khorne. Fleshhounds are lightly armored. There's a fair amount of stuff they can shoot. It means like you're on. Okay. Got it. It's the modern IE. Okay, got it. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, I have the Hammer of the Witches, which is a magic damage cannon, which should... I'm really indexing into Skull Cannon. But, you know, even against a regular build, I feel like I have good tools. Elspeth is a beast, and he does go Valkia. Valkia is problematic for my lord, but I still can Spirit Leech and or shoot Valkia with pistols, right? So I'm feeling okay. And the rest of the army is going to be Khorngorers, probably. Marauders, Khorngorers. What do we got here on the backside? The Skull Cannon. Yeah, the Hellforged Bellowers are here. So let's move this cannon up and grab this objective. Then we're going to go get his home objective, too. We're going to fly over here. I'm going to Spirit Leech Valkia, you know, just nonstop, basically. Eventually get her down. And then we go grab Khorne's home objective. And what do they have over there? They have Marauder Horsemen, Marauders, and Knights of the Brazen Throne. Oh, shit, okay. So he's got some heavy hitters, actually, which is a little bit scary. In the meantime, do I want to send anything over to the side objective? We do get the Hellforged Bellowers, so let's get the cannon to start shooting it. And we're going to go here and get this. And the Knights of the Brazen Throne are cackling, but we do have a cannon shooting at that thing. I need to start juking. Do we juke it? No, it's a direct hit. That's too bad. Okay, so we're going to go chase and see if he lets us get a breath attack. If he does, that's going to be pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so now we're going to retreat here. Oh, yes. Yes, Anakin, give it to me, precious. Give it to me, precious. Uh-huh, uh-huh. All right, so it looks like Elspeth has already done her job. The Hellforged Bellowers are, like, close to dying. The cannon is still shooting it. We do take his home objective? We do, great. So that's been taken. And we managed to kill the Hellforged Bellowers with Elspeth and the the breath attack. The dreaded anti-Khorne tech. All right, so did we get it down? The cannon is going to hit it. Nope, looks like it's going to get away, so we should probably leave. And that cannon should be able to just trace and get it the entire game, more or less. All right, so what do we need against this army? Let's call in some greatswords towards the middle to give us some fighting power. Okay, and we're going to get it again here, so we're going to Spirit Leech it. We're up on the point. We're chilling out. Let's keep you nearby. We're going to get the Free Company Militia grabbing that side point here. Hopefully the cannon will finish that thing off. Good. Okay, yeah, he's still getting some value out of it, but we need to mitigate the value, like keep it in check, right? So Valkia is potentially going to hunt, so we need to shoot Valkia if she kind of flies near us. Khorngorers, we should just get greatswords. Yeah, like, let's try and fight them the old-fashioned way. The cannon is traced onto that. We're going to shoot Valkia with the Pistoliers. And I'm going to use Death Timekeeper on her just to start healing. Cool, so we got the heals. We got the silver bullets, training it on her. Good, so that's going to be some damage. And let's do this. You guys move up and fight the Khorngorers. You fight the Khorngorers here, too. So Valkia is just being pistoled and kind of shot and harassed. Do we have enough for an overcast? We do, so we're going to keep trying to finish that thing off. Hopefully the cannon's going to be able to eventually zero in. And if Valkyrie keeps chasing, it's not going to go well. She's going to continue to take more damage. Although the Coordinate front line is pretty good. We have halberds here, though, so I'm thinking they're going to be pretty menacing. All right. So back objective is under a little bit of pressure. No problemo. The Skull Cannon still isn't dead yet, so that's a shame. It seems my cannon has just been missing horribly. Let's get you guys to shoot the Knights of the Brazen Throne, and let's move in here. Oh my god, did you see the damage on the Knights of the Brazen Throne? Jesus Christ. Those did some serious damage. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attack here with our dragon character. We should be able to bully Valkia a little bit easier now. Our infantry is getting wrecked pretty bad, unfortunately. But the Pistolier fire here is not terrible. The Knights of the Brazen Throne are getting it a little bit. And all right, so let's get our Lord back. Let's go ahead and zero in on this. And the cannon, that should finish it, I think. Let's get some spearmen over here. This map can be a little bit hard to see on sometimes, but I think we're all right. So, okay, so the Hellforge Bellowers are offline. Now we're going to just continue focusing those guys. Probably, do we want some Empire Knights? Great Swords can waddle up and prepare to engage. And cool. So the Knights of the Brazen Throne have been taken down. We do see Furies being called in next. Okay, so the cannon here can switch on to what? Do we want to shoot Valkia? Probably not worth it. Let's get these Marauder Horsemen. Minotaurs of Khorne. Great. So those are going to be the target. All right, so silver bullets. Let's zero in on these Furies right here. Let's shoot these guys and have Elspeth hunt those down. We have another Coruscating Blast, so that's going to be pretty good when that eventually gets going. And we can call in the Demogryph Knight Arwars now. Let's move them up. Group 5. We managed to nail those Furies down pretty good. Pistoliers are a good answer against those, for sure, in my experience. They definitely do some work. So Valky's Demon Shield is gone. We have a Cultist of Khorne here, so I'm going to go Coruscating Blast him. He'll be easier to kill than Valkia. And great, so those guys are down. Let's get these guys shooting here. Pistolier should be able to handle this. Let's do a little bit of unsummoning here. And I'm surprised at how well those Free Company are holding against those guys. It's very, very impressive, actually. All right, so yeah, the Khorne Taurs are charging there. Let's get the Demogryph Knights to go intercept them. And in the meantime, Silver Bullets can keep shooting here. Let's get the Halberdiers moving up. And we do get the Coruscating Blast on that Cultist right there. So do we want to move in and go after him? No, I misclicked. Oh, well, it is what it is. He is he's still down on points a little bit, I believe. The Khorne Taurs are doing some work, but we do have the cannon and the Demogryph Knights moving in. Let's pull you back, and we can use Death Timekeeper on Valkia again, just to try and keep her honest. Let's shoot you up, get some Empire Knights moving up to just help out where they can. Really good stop near for my opponent. That was a beauty. And we do manage to get those horsemen offline. So we're going to run, and the double bird squad is on its way in. All right, so let's get the Demogryph Knights back a little bit. Let's have you guys shoot here, and let's loop around. Yeah, just continue juking Valkia. Great Chads are doing all right. We could probably turn and fight here like this. I think that's going to be fine. The cannon has been able to push those guys back, and now we can switch on to the Marauder Horsemen here. Let's have you guys concave in, and we turn and take the fight now. All right, so he's going to go after me here, so let's get these Heavy Cav and Shock Cav over here. So let's do this, pull you back, and get the Griffites to go after those two. All right, so that should be pretty good. We can actually attack them for a second just to allow our Cav to catch up. Valkia is fighting a good fight here, but this patch they did change quite a bit with the way SEs work and whatnot. So we just need to start getting a lot of trooper saturation coming over here. And it looks like on the back objective we did stabilize. So Valkia, I think, is winning it. All right, so let's shoot here. Yeah, it's not a great fight for us. Let's get the Silver Bullets to do this and just start kiting here a little bit. We want to get you fighting. The Great Sads are a little bit damaged. Eventually, we're probably going to push them back and just like get all 3 objectives because we're massively outvalue trading. Uh-oh, Sword of Khorne. We don't want any of that smoke. We don't want any of that. All right. Sorry, Khorne. You're going to be denied your skulls today. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of unsummoning here. Get the Silver Bullets to shoot those guys. Great Swords to move up. And you know what? If he slips up for even a second, Valkia getting cannonballed is going to feel pretty good. All right, so up you go, and up you go. Khorne Gores are a bit of an issue, but there's not that many of them left. Pistoliers can shoot, and let's get some more Halberdiers waddling up to the middle. We have a lot of time, right? He's only ahead of us by a little bit in terms of the points. So I think we're going to be okay. One thing I kind of feel, I do not feel that the build I brought is optimal. Yeah, I feel like the only reason this is going okay is because of maybe an experience difference between my opponent and I. I could be wrong. Valkia actually eats a cannonball to the face, so she gets it pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and Spirit Leech her, which is going to be good. Let's do this. And we have a Cultist here. Oh, Knights of the Brazen Throne. Dude, those Knights of the Brazen Throne were doing damage against me, though, early on. That was pretty savage. All right, and oh look, we get a ceremonial kill. Did she use Demon Shield? Oh, she did. Okay. Is Demon Shield gone? No, it's still active. Okay, so Demon Shield is active. Demogryph Knights are fighting there. Great swords move up, and where are they going right now? So the demon shield is gone. Okay. So Valkia is going for the cannon. We ready for it? Oh yeah, give it to me. Oh! It's so cool when that works. Yeah, it doesn't do an insane amount of damage against those type of characters, but yeah, it's still pretty good, obviously. Okay, let's get these guys offline, and let's do this. The foul heretics have been banished to the Shadow Realm. Hammer the Witches is getting some good shots in there. Let's shoot the Chaos Warriors. Get you charging into those. Great swords into you. Elspeth needs to go after that character right there, and we just kind of keep kiting these birds back. It's funny. I think it's just that was like a funny shot because Valkia was small, you know, like she's such a small target. So when the laser beam actually connects, and you see why I use Pistoliers, they're really good against like Furies and different things like that. So, all right, cool. So yeah, that's game. I'm up very, very high on damage right now, and it was a good match. My opponent played well. He, you know, not bad at all. What do we got here? Marauders of Khorne. So let's fight them, and these are Minotaurs, so we can go shoot them. Halberdiers are coming up. Back objective is pretty secured. Let's unsummon you, and yeah, looking more or less fine. So the big thing was we killed the Skull Cannon quickly. The Skull Cannon wasn't able to farm us, which is what I was concerned about for sure. Let's take these guys, move up there, and steal his back objective. Form the ranks for Sigma! All right, so they're going to set up here. Move you guys up, and great. Oh, the dragon isn't as oppressive as you think, really. In some matchups, yes, but not here. Against Khorne, like, Valkia was bullying my dragon for most of the game. I was running at most of the time. I mean, the breath attack, Valkia was at like 8%, and of course she's going to die from any breath attack at that point. Especially this one, though. Yeah, Elspeth paid for herself. Her kit, she cost 3,000, so... yeah, so he's going to probably keep scrapping here for a little bit longer, but yeah, the game's definitely looking to be kind of on the end of the road here. All right, let's do this. We have our troopers here. Those are going to be Minotaurs, so we can just retreat away. We have the Demogryph Knights. Cool, and let's get a couple state troopers running over there. And you guys form the ranks. Let's unsummon the beat-up ones, although we can probably leave them. They're great swords, so yeah, gonna be fine. Summon the Elector Counts. The Elector Counts were summoned. Franz almost was summoned game one, but he didn't quite get there, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's Grenade Launcher, you guys. Let's get you coming. Let's get the Spirit Leech getting ready to go. Yeah, Elspeth costs an arm and a leg. That's the only downside of her. She is like over 3,000 when you bring her, which is a lot of money. All right, so I think we're fine. We'll get the dragon swooping in, and yeah, Pistoliers are just about out of ammunition, and that's going to be GG. I think Elspeth is more OP in land battle. In Dom, she's like weird. Some games she's just bad, and some games she's really good. Yeah. So my opponent, an absolute Giga Chad, bringing the Knights of the Brazen Throne and actually making me sweat bullets. You know, the cannon got 2,100 value, which was really nice. The Skull Cannon is a problem if you let it live, but against Empire, you probably don't bring the Skull Cannon because every Empire player is going to bring some counterattack against it now, right? And that's why I brought Elspeth and the cannon, because I wanted to insta-kill it. Granted, he did kind of slip on the micro and let it get caught on the flank, but still, we would have killed it eventually with the cannon. GG, dude. Very well played. Okay, so let's report that, and let's refresh. Yeah. Yeah, Elspeth's breath attack will not double hit infantry-sized characters. I think it's only like chariots and it's horse characters too. I think sometimes take more damage than they should. I'm not actually 100% sure. All right, so let's do Empire versus that was against Khorne. Fall Sigma. I don't know what I would bring yet in that matchup. I don't know. The Free Company fought off those Khorne Gores. Did you guys see that? So maybe you don't need to worry about the Khorne Gore as much. Like, is the baseline State Trooper going to trade well into the Khorne Gore? You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's done. And so far, Slaanesh undefeated. Wood Elves undefeated. Nice. Ogres. Yeah, we don't have that many games played with Ogres yet. Oh my god, guys, look at the stats right now. Hang on, let me show you guys. I think the new players are having problems adjusting to the Ogre Kingdoms. All right, hold on. Let me find this. Ogres are 0-6 so far. I think that new players just don't know what they're doing with them yet. The Chad Chaos Dwarves. Empire's 1 and 3, so we went 1 and 1 with them, and the other Empire players obviously lost all their games. A Grand Cathay, off to a good start. Khorne, 5 and 5, the blessed number, and Slaanesh Vampire Coast Wood Elves, no surprises there. Looking pretty cool. All right, awesome to see. Khorngors are dual weaponed. No, Khorngors are halberds. So let me test something real quick. Let me know when the round's over if you guys could. That would be greatly appreciated. So I'm just going to test like a halberdier into a Khorngor. All right, so the Khorngor is not going to get the charge bonus though, but yeah, let's just do this, and we're going to do sandbox mode. I think sandbox mode will let us get the charge off and everything. Yeah, Khorngors do have a charge bonus of 20. And then the stats are fine. All right, cool. Let's give it a try. Let's see what the rock is cooking. Coast has been pretty good. There's a couple really good Coast players too, by the way. That's one of the big variables as to why Coast does so well. Everyone can play on ladder, yeah? Of course. Halberdiers! It's a charge bonus 8 on these guys, yeah. All right, so let's see how this performance goes. Some late night? Yeah, it's sort of late night, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you're in Europe, it is. So we're 1 and 1 so far. Some really, really good matches. It's been a great time playing, and I think they'll fight back, right? Even on sandbox mode? Yeah, great. Okay. So this is just like not a perfect test, but it's a close enough test, right? So if the Khorngors get the charge, it's a much worse situation. But Khorngors also cost 150 more gold than the basic State Trooper. Honestly, not a bad showing from our humble State Troopers. And it makes me wonder what a swordsman would do. Yeah, then they get the Khornate buff, the Fury of Khorne, the Skull Throne, yeah. Shaken, leadership's pretty good on the Khorngor. Yeah, so the Khorngors end up winning it, but that's not a bad trade at all. But if they charge you, it's gonna be worse. If they charge you, they'll probably be, instead of like 3,000, they'd probably be like 4,500. Something in that ballpark. Yeah. Well, Khorngors are a halberd unit, you know, and they don't have the best defensive stat line. Let's try the Greatsword. I want to see like what that looks like. What Chads? Yeah, we're doing it, man. Okay. So let's see. Oh, hopefully it didn't reset the stupid stat thing. That was really annoying. I used to play net build in Warhammer 2, Marcus, Light Wizard, and Temple Off. Yeah, Fleo, it's still viable. It's a little all in, you know, because if you fail in your snipe, you kind of lose. But overall, yeah, totally fine. Anticity lost the Dark Age Rush, but he won against Ulrich Rahl, which is a huge win. So Anticity playing very well today. Love to see the OGs coming back. It's always fun. How much are Khorngor? 700. So Greatsword is 850. HP difference, 9.6 against 9.1. Stat line's not that different. Melee defense advantage for the Greatsword and weapon strength advantage, plus halberds typically aren't as good, and the anti-infantry bonus here is plus 14. Greatswords have a huge anti-infantry bonus, and remember the Khorngors aren't getting their charge off. So, yeah, I mean this is expected. If the Khorngors get a charge, maybe it's a little closer, but I think the Greatsword should win. But remember, Greatswords cost quite a bit more. They're 150 more gold than the Khorngor, so still not a terrible trade. Honestly, I think Mass Khorngors is your best infantry option with Marauders. But yeah, Greatswords are pretty giga chat, honestly. I like them a lot. As far as like great weapon kind of elite units go, you can move in and get us around. By the way, if you're like want to get maximum damage from like a unit like Greatsword, you can march over a unit and like get a surround. See, so I'm coming around and then you attack and then they get a full surround. And so if like you move in, attack, and then they pile in, and then you're getting as many attacks as you possibly can. And they just kick the shit out of this Khorne Lord, which is kind of Chad, right? Look at these guys, man. While we're on the subject, I'm playing the updated Orcs. Has Orc Magic taken a massive nerf? Foot of Gork isn't really that good. Use Brainbuster. Brainbuster is your go-to. That spell is super freaking good. Yeah. I don't think Greatswords need to be nerfed. They're not even that great. I mean, they're good, but they're not like busted or anything. Just leave them how they are. If CA is going to be focusing on things, there's way bigger issues to focus on, in my opinion. All right. We need Torox to come back. Yeah, Torox does not get played often. He's not very popular. People use the Doom Bull more than they use Torox. Okay, Bob That Builder got the buy round, so I need to update your score here. Bob That Builder. I always feel bad when somebody gets the buy round. They're good swords, yeah. Yeah, they're good swords. Yeah, with this many people in the tournament, you probably do need to go undefeated to get top 4. But there's a chance. As long as my tiebreakers keep winning. Kark, if Kark loses, then I'm pretty much eliminated. All right, so... Yep, let's do this. Anyone playing Dowie? Yeah, I saw about 4 or 5 dwarves sign up today. Greatswords are good if they get the engagement they want. Agreed. I agree, Bahrain. 100%, brother. Yeah, I mean, that's the case with pretty much any elite great weapon unit or armor-piercing infantry unit. Like, if you get Black Orcs, Hargoneth Executioners, Phoenix Guard, whatever, you know, not even Phoenix Guard, but Swordmasters, which I don't really like Swordmasters. I think they're too expensive. But I guess they did get some cost reductions, but... Yeah, like any elite infantry unit, if you can get it where it needs to be in its optimal fight, it's going to perform. You know, that's the hardest part, though. I just want to match against Ogres with Ungram. Oh, Chad, dude. Ungram just taking down the Ogres. I love to see it. Subutai playing, looking good. And, yeah, so far, undefeated players. No surprises. Ooh, Dark Age Rush killing it. I hope you're playing Grand Cathay Dark Age. That'd be cool to see a Cathay victory. Via Anime. Kark is undefeated. Out of region. Tom. So looking great. Turin versus Pone, dude, it's coming, the finals. How many people are in this tournament? Like 50 plus. Yeah, I think we have like 50 plus, which is really good. Greenskins, how are they doing so far? Greenskins are 4-3. And I'm even allowing 1 Mangler Squig today, so they can use the Mangler Squigs. It's like their secret weapon. No, like between 50 and 60 people. Franz had a really epic first game. It was that game was so thematic. We had like this moment where we were pushed back, and then there was like a second wind where we charged the objective and made like a last stand on it, but then we were overwhelmed. It was very thematic. Yeah, it was very, very good. I'll be playing a lot more Empire. There's going to be a lot of tournaments coming up, so you'll be seeing a lot of streams. It's going to be action-packed, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, take a look at the front page of Total Tavern right now. This is nuts. There it is. Yeah. So we have 61 players signed up. Not all of them checked in, so I think around like 50, 55. Then we have a new player domination tournament tomorrow being hosted by Maverick Slaw. So this is for new players only. It looks like it just got put up, only 4 people so far. But if you're a newer player wanting to get into the game, this is going to be excluding top-tier players. So really, really good opportunity to get in and get some reps. Then we have a regular domination tournament being held on December 14th. So that's 2 days from now. Another new player conquest tournament being hosted by Human Boy. So you got 11 people signed up for that, which is great. You have an advanced conquest tournament, which is being hosted by Tequila Sunset. Maverick Sloth with another new player tournament. So you can see there's events. I mean, people will sign up as we get closer to these usually because they get announced a little closer. And I'm going to be hosting a bunch of events as well. So how new do you need to be? If you haven't like won a tournament, I mean, let's see what the rules say for that. I'm going to check it real quick. Okay. I don't think you need to ban the land chip and steam tank anymore after the nerfs. But is this a domination tournament? Yeah, I don't think you need to, but it's up to the tournament host. Yeah, as long as you're not like a seasoned tournament player who's just winning, like if, I think it's fine. Smurfing in a new player tournament. There's no incentive to do that. So there's no like prize pool or anything. So for these events, how do you define beginner or advanced? It's a little bit of a gray area, but typically like the community is small enough that we'll know who you are. And another thing is we can go and look up your profile on the leaderboard and we can see your win-to-loss ratio and your experience and your opponents. So for example, if I were to go to somebody's profile, I could see as the tournament host who they play against. And, that's kind of like the hosts need to make like a decision that way. Null and Ironsides aren't bad. Yeah. Can Lore Masters of Hoth get a little milk? I don't think they're terrible. I think they're actually all right. They just don't fit as well with the meta that the High Elves like to bring. You know what I'm saying? So 2:15. So players have 16 minutes left to finish their games. Yeah, 16 minutes. And we'll just be hanging out until then. Most of the players have finished their matches, which is great. Subutai has 4 Swiss points for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I think I need to fix that. Yeah. He's Subutai using cheat codes. No, I can look at the profiles of people on Total Tavern and see their match history. So I can see who they played against and their win-to-loss ratio and stuff. So That, you know, if a host sees somebody join who's like been crushing or competing with good tournament players, then they probably would, you know, fix that. Yeah. Quick battles win. I can do quick battles in between games, although I'm trying to rest the old paw. Gelt, Plague of Rust, Huntsman. It's not a bad combo, Phoenix. It's not bad. In some matchups, it depends. Like against Orc, you know, Plague of Rust, Huntsman might be a good tech against like Orc Boy Biggin. But the problem is the Orcs have those bullshit quick summons, so it's really hard to defend static missiles that aren't mounted on horse. So maybe you need to use Outriders against Orc, like the Outriders with the long rifles, and just kind of like poke them from downtown. My favorite Empire Lord, well, Karl Franz is my favorite, hands down. So yeah. Boy, I thought you were overly critical when you called the monkey unit bad in the DLC, but it's shit. Yeah, it is Decay. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay, so just updating this. Let's check here. All right, what's your name on site? Okay. Okay, fixing Subutai score here. Good to see the positive feedback on your co-stream. Yeah, Dav was great, man. He was awesome. I've been friends with Dav since 2017. I've known Dav well for 7 years, and we've spent a lot of time together hanging out. Not so much in the modern days, you know. We've, you know, both gotten older and lives are busy, but back in the day, we used to hang out in Discord. You know, myself, Professor Pone, Dav, Italian Spartacus, a lot of the OGs. We used to hang out and chat a lot. So Dav's an awesome guy. He is an awesome guy. Highly recommend him, considering they look... Yeah, no, the monkeys are terrible. I don't know. The corn monkeys need some milk. They really do. They're just awful. Okay, gotta do a little bit of admin work. Drop some players here. Then we will be good. Empire Engineers are pretty cool, too. I think there could be some play with those. Don't you think Greenskin Cav is way overperforming? Not necessarily. I mean, no, they're fine. I don't want to nerf Greenskins, you know. They're a cool faction. Like, just nerf the Mangler Squig and bring the summons down to 1 summon instead of 2, and I think Greenskins are fine. They're really close to being balanced. Yeah. Okay, so we will drop this player, who is Johnny Cash. Yeah, Khorne got the short end of the stick in this DLC. They got a lot of bad units. Like, the Blood Beasts are terrible, the Wrathmongers are bad, the Skull Reapers are bad. The only good unit they got outside of the Lords was the Khorngor, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Boarboy Biggins are probably not underpriced. They're $9.50, which is pretty pricey. You know, that's expensive. And they have really bad stats against things that aren't large. Like, their stat line is in the 20s, right? So, Boarboy Biggins are fine, I think. Archlector, Forgotten in the Shadows. Yeah, he kind of is. All right, Johnny Cash is going to need to be dropped here. No problemo. So let's get the drop. Drop it like it's hot. We haven't had too many admin issues, and now nobody's going to get a buy round now that we've had somebody drop, which is good. So feels good, man. Could summons be in melee time? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, honestly. Have the summons be in melee time before they unlock. Yeah, something needs to be changed. Those summons are just nonsense. They last really, really long. They last really, really long, so that's definitely not good. Okay, so the drop is done. We're getting through it. I got you. All right, great. What do you think of the idea of Slaughterbird's passive, a boost to melee defense? Yeah, I don't know. The Slaughterbrute needs something. It's just such a vanilla, mediocre monster, you know? Like, a lot of monsters, I mean... Yeah, what could they do to fix the Slaughterbrute to make it not terrible? I mean, cost reductions are always an option if you just make it so cheap that its stat line is just really cost effective. That's one thing. Like, some unique Khorne ability would be cool. Maybe, like, every kill the Slaughterbrute gets, it gets like 10 weapon strength or something, right? Or maybe like for every kill it gets 1 weapon strength. Like a building rage mechanic, the more it slaughters, the more powerful it gets. Because then you could put the Slaughterbrute on like chaff units, and before you know it, it would have like 700, 800, 900 weapon strength. But you got to like work for it. You know what I'm saying? That would be really, really cool. That would be awesome. All right, cool. So the drop is done. And are we about ready for the next round? 2 people still to finish. All right. 2 people still to finish. And I need to adjust Flitten's point here. All right, so let's adjust you, and that should be the last admin tool for the round. Give him a Mortis engine? Oh god, no. Dude, imagine though if the Slaughter Brute, and sorry if I'm a little inattentive to the game here, I am adminning. Yeah, a 2100 is already probably, I mean, what does it have? Runes of Binding? I mean, this is flavorful, but it doesn't really, yeah, it's kind of irrelevant. It does have missile resistance spell res, which is cool. Why is its weapon strength only 550, right? I feel like it should be more, you know? Like, maybe give it like 100 weapon strength. Don't you think the corn monster should just hit harder? So like what? This thing has what, 550, and the Zinchian one, let's see what Zinch is doing here. Yeah, 460, so it does hit harder than that at the very least. But the Mutalith Beast is just so much better. It has like it has a shield, it has a Mortis engine, it has a melee attack aura, right? Yeah, I mean, it's so much better. So much better. The corn one is just unga bunga. It's like, hey, I have 70 weapon strength in exchange for like a Mortis engine and all these different things, which is probably not enough. So how do you make Bestigors work? Because they look like they could be good, but feel awful to use. If Bestigors got the Greatsword treatment and cost like 875 or something, you might see them. I think they're just, if we look at the Bestigor real quick, let me see. Where is this thing? So Bestigor Beastmen. 1050 is just way too much for what they are. Maybe you make them 950, like 100 gold cost reduction, or even 900. Just make them cost 900. Then you would probably see Bestigors quite a bit. I mean, they do have a better stat line and hit harder than Great Swords, but they don't have a bonus versus infantry. The charge bonus is pretty thick, and Primal Fury is going to put their stats up. I think they're maybe just a little bit undercosted or overcosted, but. Because, yeah, like, why would you just not take the Corn Gore? It's 350 gold cheaper, and it has good AP. It's faster, I think, too, right? The Corn Gore, no, same speed. Has Vanguard deployment. The Bestigor does not have Vanguard deployment, so, yeah, you're always going to take the Corn Gore. Volkmar is okay in some matchups, actually. He's certainly fringe, but, yeah. All right, let's refresh this. Bestigor should be able to charge from far away like Vermintide 2. Like a warrior charge in World of Warcraft. Or Intercept or whatever. Yeah. Oh, the round is... Oh, we got one game, you dirty dogs. All right. Let's check here. Let me know when done. Cool. So we got one game still going. And let me see. So we started the 2 round. Yeah, 1:15. So they have 8 minutes left to finish. 45-minute round timers. His Volkswagen needs some new rims. You know what would be pretty interesting is what we could do is we could make it so the website maybe down the road has like a built-in timer for the round, and if you don't report the score before the end of the round, it just drops you from the tournament. I know it's a little bit harsh, but for bigger tournaments, I think it'd be fair. And of course, the admin could supersede that, but that could be good. Because 45 minutes to play one game is definitely fair. How many games? We only have one left. There's one to finish. And the player who's playing in it is messaging me right now. It's really unfortunate, though, because you get players connecting from, like, Eastern Europe and, you know, some Asian countries who are, you know, great people. And they just have lag because of the peer-to-peer. It's not their fault, you know. So it's kind of hard to penalize them if their matches are laggier. It's a conundrum. You know, it's a conundrum. Harry has the OG hammer. Dude, how dare you. Franz has the hammer, though. Yeah, Herald's Hammer is cool, though. I think that you might be seeing Herald Hammerstorm on... All right, let's see here. Thank you. Okay. Just checking here with Homeboy. Okay, it looks like there might have been an issue with the game. So, just doing a little bit of a dispute here. We're going to figure it out. Okay. Second of all, my opponent just dropped in the middle of game 2, and he took a long time to load in. He dropped. Oh, okay, so we had a drop. If that's the case, you get game win. Okay, so just need to report this real quick, and we should be all squared away for the next round. Okay, let's refresh the brackets. Can have win. We will. All right, awesome. So we're ready for the next round. Just need to refresh this. And let's get this party started. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing, though, about the lag situation in Total War. Tim the Wilder has been using a VPN to connect to his opponent's regions, and it like apparently just eviscerates the lag. Okay, it's pretty wild. Okay, so let's refresh this and advance. Yep, looks like everybody's reported, and we should be good. Already mentioned almost 40. Yeah, I'm 36. I'm on the other side of 35. Slaughterbrute could have a rampage mechanic, like where it rampages the thing it's attacking. Maybe. I think a scaling weapon damage buff would be cool. Like, don't raise its... Maybe, like, reduce its cost by, like, 100. Because slow monsters are usually pretty bad. Like, the monsters that have, like, slow turn speed and slow movement. I like the scaling weapon damage for Khorne. Like Slaughterfest, you could call it Slaughterfest or something, and every like model it kills, it gets like a weapon damage. So if you kill 100 models, I don't know, you get like 100 weapon damage. I don't know, something like that. Easy Total War. Don't dox your connect to their house Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, here we go. And the brackets should be appearing here in a second for round 3. Sorry about the long time in between games, but it is a massive tournament, which is great for the community. And the next big tournament I'm going to do will probably be a bracketed tournament, so it'll be like a double elimination. Round 3 is live. All right, so round 3 is live, and we have our opponent. It's going to be Opal Blackbear, who is one of our great tournament hosts around here, so another very strong player. And let's get them in there. All right. So copy this. I don't know what they're playing. We will see. Opal Blackbear. We're up. Good luck, have fun. I think he's playing Lizardmen, which is a matchup I've always dreaded as the Empire, but it is what it is. And the map is going to be what? Imperial Road. Oh, that's kind of fun. Imperial Road. All right. In tabletop, the Slaughterbrute gets a weapon skill of the Lord and has its stats normalized to base if the Lord died. Interesting. So it's pretty accurate to tabletop is what you're saying. What's your opinion on the top 3 most OP units ever before nerfs? Oh, I'd have to think about that. That's 7 or 8 years. Poor Anticity is facing Professor Pone. Oh, he should just stop his stream and quit playing. Yeah, I don't know why he's wasting his time. All right. Let's get you guys all ready to go. Let's throw you in there. Against Lizardmen, against the dreaded dinos. Yeah, what do we have to worry about here? Matchup has typically been cursed due to cab interactions. Yeah, Dob, it's the same as the Greenskin matchup. Although I almost won that earlier against Kark. It was really close. You're gonna love this build, Dov. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. All right, so let's get this. And yes, please. And yes, Anakin. Good. So let's get you, and let's get a little bit of this. Great. Now I need to get a Lord that is affordable and in the ballpark. So let's get you. Yes. Good. Dude, I love this build already. Opal Blackbear wouldn't stream snipe me. But I'll put the blocker up anyways. It's fine. If he sniped me, that would just be the ultimate sadness. It would be the betrayal. He's a nice guy. I've interacted with him in Discord quite a bit. Okay, so against dinosaurs, that's going to be fun. I'll forget it during army selection and turn it on for the entire match. Yeah. This is like reverse turn, I know. Turn scheme is the block rep, like, yeah. You guys love it. Okay, so in the Cav department, ROR demis are pretty good here. Baseline Empire Cav are not bad. Knights of the Black Rose are good in this matchup. They're okay. They suffer against Colden Riders, but if you can stack them on your spears and use them to just clear Sars and things like that, I feel like they're pretty cost effective. Although baseline Empire Knights might be preferable, just to screen out trash. Free Company Militia, always a decent one to reinforce with. Null and Ironsides. I've always wondered about Null and Ironsides in this matchup. I just feel like Silver Bullets is just so much better. But yeah, time will tell. You guys want the dog blocker? Yeah, the dog blocker's here. It is. Okay. So what do we have to worry about? It does have the face of a Thunder Tusk. Yeah, Wookiee looks a little bit like a Thunder Tusk. That's true. He's got some Thunder Tusk features. Okay, and is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? That is the question. I really like Santler's Reichsguard, though. I'm a big fan of them. The Vanguard deployment on them is super clutch. Yeah, dude. Let's party. Let's take him back to Lustria. He's so delightfully hideous. All right. He definitely, there's a picture of him I have on Facebook. And yes, I do still have Facebook. It is the millennial way. Let me see if I can find it. So I have this weird conspiracy theory about this picture. I'm ready, by the way. I have my build all squared away. Okay. And where is this? So I need to find this picture. So I have a picture of my dog, and I have said to many people that I think in this picture, he looks like the lead singer of Metallica. He looks like James Hetfield. And I don't know if it's just me being crazy, but I feel like he looks like James Hetfield. Okay, I'm going to call it James Hetfield. Let's find the picture and go to desktop. Okay. That looks like the Metallica singer, doesn't it? A little bit? Come on, tell me that doesn't look like James Hetfield. Right? Come on, it does. It totally does. I'm not crazy, right? Like somebody else sees that, right? I'm waiting for some people to agree with me here. Come on. Okay, Dov sees it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It is time. Release the Fishman. Yeah, the Fishman. The counterpick Fishman will be here. Dude, just imagine. Dude, looks like an 80s metalhead. Yeah, I know exactly, dude. I knew I wasn't crazy. Yeah. He was such a cursed creature. He was very ugly, but we loved him. He was our little angel. All right. I think bringing that deep set would probably be a good idea. All right. And then aside from this, yeah, grenade launcher. Cool. He looks like the lead singer of Metallica. I don't want to hear anything different. Yeah, I agree that the nose is a little bit. Yeah. Totally. They're downloading our music for free. Oh my God, I remember the Napster drama from the early 2000s. Yeah, that was fun. Like a dragon from never. Biblically accurate angel. All right, okay, I can see that. I can see that a little bit. All right. Opal Black Bear with the big think here. Good luck. Have fun. And, are we ready to go? Just about. My build is very unga to the bunga. Should be pretty good here. I think this is going to be more cost effective. I love halberds in this matchup. They're so cost effective. They can hold Saurus at bay, and they're really good against like the Croxagores and the Cav. Wookiee likes like what you see when your front facing camera opens. Yeah. That's the worst, you know? The worst is when you do like, when you're like sitting somewhere, when you're sitting in like a chair or like in the bath or whatever, like, you know, anywhere, sitting anywhere. And you accidentally turn on the front, you know, like maybe you had your camera on before and like it shows like your triple chin, like that angle looking up. It's the worst. Yeah, no, Wookiee was a good dog. He was a great dog. He croaked 3 years ago. Let me see if I have a picture of the other beast. She hasn't been photographed quite as much. I'll have Anna send me a picture. Hold on. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to have Anna send me a picture. The lizardman. Oh, he's done. Okay. Hey, darling. Could you send me that picture of Lola from this morning? On Discord. Thank you. I just wanted to show people on stream. Alright. We're getting a picture of the Chihuahua beast, which is actually very cute. Are the 3 new lords all single? I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, Wookiee croaked 3 years ago. This dog had passed away in 2021. Yeah. He was a good boy. Alright, it's time for Sigmar's Wrath. Yeah, you've been watching for 3 years, dude. I got the blocker. To be fair, I haven't like okay. Here's our old crusty Chihuahua. I can show you this real quick. So let me get rid of the James Hetfield blocker. Okay. This is our other beast. She's just a menace. Yeah, this is her this morning. See? She's getting old. She's close to 12. I think she's around 12 years old. Yeah, give or take. But that's our other Chihuahua on her little goblin bed. Yeah, she's great. Okay, back to business, and let's get it going. So for the deployment. All right, so let's get 1 state trooper back here, maybe 2 to hold the back objective, and then we can take the infantry corps up this way. Outstanding. Yeah. She's half Chihuahua, half Terrier, which is like the most violent the most violent combination you can get with dogs, you know, just pure Satan, but she's very hostile to other people. All right, let's get this thing up here. Yeah, it can be deep set back there. I'm going to get you here, get you here. Okay, and put you in 4. All right. Why does the dog look like Marcus Wolfhart? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so we got spears and halberds. We got a land ship, the wonder of the age, because well, win or lose, we need to use some cool shit today. Now that my odds of making the grand finals are slim due to how big it is, I'm probably going to try some avant-garde stuff, some different stuff. Marcus is good. He just has nets. Nets are very good against like lizardmen flying threats and different pieces like that. So we'll put the Hellblaster volley gun a little bit further up. And yeah, we're going to see if they're ready for the land ship. It's time. Fear it. It is unbanned. I think after the nerfs, it's fine. It still can get a shit ton of value if left to its own devices, but he's got a huge army, by the way. Massive, massive force. So it's going to be kind of hard to deal with it. Ready to meme too close to the sun? I think we got some tools. Like, Hellblasters are pretty nasty against lizards if they're left to their own devices, if they're allowed to shoot, if it doesn't get shut down. He's got a lot of skinks coming in, but I'm hoping that the Landship of Doom will be able to get her done. So let's move you up. And the landships are very slow. All right, let's move you guys up there. And what do we got? We have Bastillodons. We have Lord Fire Mage, which is a really good call. I like that a lot. And the landship is definitely going to be pretty devastating, though, potentially, when we can get Marcus to, shoot at whatever. Heavy Cav are going to be excellent against his build. He's got, like, only skinks. So, yeah, very wide, trying to, like, swarm me kind of build, which is good. So we can call in Halberdier to defend the backfield. I don't think we need that. Probably just saving up for the Zentler's Reichsguard is going to be a little bit better. And the Landship of Doom is now starting to drop some shots. So we can take some pot shots at the big Chungus here. Let's move you up ever so slightly. Again, we have these troopers at the ready. If he tries to creep around the side, we can just run him down with Heavy Cav. All right, so Marcus is going to hang out. We are going to save ammunition. And the Battletoad is getting nailed by the cannon fire, so that's very good. All right, so he's moved in. Let's start shooting at the Feral Cold ones. And Halberdiers need to seal that breach. And in the meantime, we're going to call in probably a Demi, if possible. Probably a Demogryph Knight. All right, so the Battletoad is getting hit pretty good. We have these spear formations at the ready, and here he comes around the side. So we're going to see if he wants to kind of play. Hellblaster Volley Gun getting some work done. Let's get you guys engaging here. Let's get the Landship doing it, and you go here, and Landship needs to just kind of Tokyo drift around. So he's going to wreck one unit, which it is what it is. There's not much we can do about that. Zentler's Reichsguard Knights, let's call them out, and they can go get ready to party, and we can net you guys down. So we're going to net you down. Like so, and the Zentler's Reichsguard should be able to take him down. And, that Burning Head actually had a really fortunate turn, but it did cook his units too, which is nice. All right, so let's go full speed ahead and just get the speed buff here. And Marcus and company able to get her done. form in the ranks, and you go there. And the Hellblaster Volley Gun is now going to be switching on to the Croxagores, which should be pretty cost effective here. Let's drop a little heal over there just to help out, and you come back this way and get ready to make sure everything is secret and safe in the realm. All right, so we need more Empire Cav, so we're going to do this. Come around the backside, and you guys run them down, and you guys pull back this way, form ranks, and cool. So we just need to secure ourselves, and then we're going to be chilling. All right, so the land ship is going to try and escape. It is being shot pretty hard. Okay, so let's intercept you, and then intercept you. And good, and good, and good. All right, so land ship should be able to get away, but man, that thing is actually getting pounded pretty hard. All right, let's get a regrowth on that bad boy. So it seems like it's getting connected with very consistently. My opponent getting a lot of value, so we need to escape with it and probably start to, play it a little bit more cautious. All right, so a couple random skinks are moving up there. We were able to escape, and the backfield should be secure. Let's get some free company militia to start putting pot shots into those Cold One Riders. And the land ship is, at the very least, it's shooting while it's doing all this goodness. And cool. I have a blasting scroll for some godforsaken reason. I don't know why. But the land ship did get its regrowth, so now we're getting the fat heals. And yeah, let's get you guys moving in. Marcus and company are still cleaning up shop. And do we have anything else we can call in? Maybe some fast cav or something? I'm not sure. Okay, let's get the land ship back here to get some terror routes. See what we can do. All right, so on the back objective, we get you guys moving here. He does have objective, the map control, but the land ship should get some fat terror routes right here for sure. And hopefully these halberdiers can kind of screen things out. All right, so we move in. The land ship is going to charge. And the Hellblaster Volley Gun, we probably want to just put on the Battletoad for now. You guys are here, and great, so we were able to clear out the back. Let's get the halberdiers to move in and intercept you guys, reform the ranks up high ground. And outstanding. So that's going to be a big old burning head, potentially, which might get some big damage. We're going to have to see. Let's try and dodge that if possible. All right, so we mostly dodged it. That burning head wasn't too devastating. All right, so the Zenit's Reichsguard doing great work. Let's pull them back. And Empire Knights can run up to the high ground and clean up some of those bad boys. The Hellblaster Volley Gun, unfortunately, does get cooked. So we are losing quite a bit on the backfield. But he's also diving very aggressively and potentially going to be taking some big aggro here. So I do have the cannon. I'm going to call in a cannon on the high ground, and we're going to sit it on his Battletoad back here and see if we can maybe drag that thing down. If the Hellblaster Volley Gun crew comes back online, I'm going to feel pretty happy. The land ship has stabilized, and it looks like there's some Cold One Riders heading to the other side here. I could net down Battletoad if we want to. Let's actually just start shooting Battletoad. That's going to be fine. All right, so halberdiers are moving up, and we do have a little bit of healing, so let's heal up the land ship. So land ship is going to charge in, and let's get our heavy cav to come down and help out a little bit. Cannon is sitting on the slant now, so maybe that's going to get the job done. We'll have to see. All right, so the Battletoad is getting wrecked by our cannon fire. That's very, very cost effective for us. Let's run down here, and our land ship is in good shape. And there's also a decent chance we're able to get our Hellblaster Volley Gun crew back online, which is going to be freaking huge. So halberdiers, Battletoad, I could net him, maybe. Let's just net him so he doesn't dodge the cannon shots quite as easy. Let's move the free company militia up to get out of that fire. And did we get out of it? Kind of. We sort of did. All right. So let's get the Empire Heavy Cav to run down some of the skinks here. Land ship is helping out. And these are what? Cold One Riders? Yeah, we're going to need some halberds and some spears here probably. All right. So let's retreat back. The Hellblaster Volley Gun crew is back online. Oh, I hate when that happens. That's so unfortunate. Like just one random ass unit just rallies in the corner and probably costs us the game. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Because that cannon was going to kill that Slan probably. We have 550. We're going to go see if we can salvage that. They're at 6 leadership right now. Oh, that's so unlucky. All right, halberdiers are here. Let's see if they can push these guys off. All right, so that's going to happen. And you guys keep doing it. We have the Empire Heavy Cav here. Let's get them. Battletoad is getting very, very low, so that's nice. And these are Cold One Riders, so we'll charge down and try and hit them off. And does the cannon stabilize? All right, we do stabilize the cannon, which means we're still in this game. So let's get you back up to the point. The cannon crew is going to get back online here. Can I get back online? We can. Good. All right, so the Battletoad is fleeing the scene. Land ship's going to come in and help out, and let's get some State Trooper spears. We're falling behind on points pretty massively, though, and we need to get the spear back to the point here. So Marcus is there. Battletoad's very low. Those guys do get forced off the map. Let's get the cannon to start shooting at the Cold One Riders. Does the land ship stabilize us here in the back? Maybe, maybe so. Hard to say. We're definitely losing this game, though. I think the build wasn't quite good. Wasn't quite good. Yeah, it's probably over. The land ship is maybe borderline not great here. I mean, it has done some respectable damage, but we probably need to start moving up this way. Let's just get the halberdiers to kind of guard this for now. Yeah, and all right, let's move you up. Let's get the land ship cruising up to the middle. All right, we do have the nets. The land ship could try and pound that Slan down. So let's get some cannon shots on the Slan. Move up. Marcus is in net mode, so I could drop some nets if we want. Halberdiers, yeah, intercept that. The Hellblaster volley gun crew is running for the hills. It's got a lot of skinks all over the place. The landship is trying to take down the big chungus here, so let's move the landship. Move you guys up to help out Marcus, and let's get some grenade launchers probably. Yeah, grenades will be useful. All right, and what do we have? Yeah, the Cold One Spear Riders are a big issue. I can't like effectively deal with them. They're so difficult to deal with. Looks like they're coming for the cannon back here, which is fine. Should be able to intercept that. Let's go at least try and reclaim one objective. How are the grenades looking here? Probably going to get hunted down. I was lured into the Siren Song of the landship. It has gotten some decent value, but not enough. Yeah, it's probably a trap. It's probably a trap. All right, so the spears are working on the skink cohorts. Marcus Wolfhart is over here kind of cackling. Landship might be able to get some decent terror routes on these guys, but yeah, it does not seem like it's as good as it once was. That's for damn sure. All right, so run back this way. Empire Cav can run you down. Let's run you up that way, get chased by those guys. The cannon is going to try and shoot the Battletoad down, but we've totally just lost this. The landship is such a trap, dude. Any sense in healing anything here? I mean, value trading is probably close-ish, considering the landship and whatnot, but yeah, it's not good enough here. Probably needed to get the Demograph Knight out earlier. I suspect that would have been a good play. All right, so we start poking here. Let's run you guys down. Let's run you to the high ground. Do we have any heavy cav here that can maybe help out? These are what, Cold One Riders? Yeah, Empire Knights will not trade super well, but it's better than nothing here. So we're going to try that real quick. Get the Halberdiers to keep fighting. And we're going to just stand on the objective there. All right, so the landship has routed off most of the units on the objective, but we're just so far behind on points now that I think we're just going to suffer. Yeah, the landship has been nerfed several patches in a row. Yeah, it's more fair now for sure. It's not something that is going to carry me super hard here, right? I mean, his army is kind of raggedy, but like the big question is, am I going to have the time to get this? I don't think so. I think we're just going to suffer. I always like regret trying out like meme-ish units like after the fact, but it's so exciting when they work that it's like you get that adrenaline rush of like the meme unit working, you know, that you just get excited. Yeah, but it wasn't enough. They're just probably going all in to defend the Hellblaster volley gun with a wider army would have been good instead of landship. Although it's getting a little bit of work done here. Definitely not useless. All right, so the Halberdiers are battling in the backfield. Pretty hog wild stuff. We can get some spearmen to come up. Try and pass them through, but there's no way we're going to get any ground back here. There's no way. Should have brought 34 Empire Swordsmen. Yeah, they're pretty good here. The landship, how much value do we have on it? Let's see. It's such a trap. Lizards have such good AP, too, in mass. It's like, it just is stupid to bring it in this matchup. Okay. Yeah, let's move up this way. Let's get the good old landship cruising down. And do we have any heals for it? We do. So landship sitting at, is it going to pay for itself? It's getting close to paying for itself. Yeah, it's getting into the ballpark of that territory. All right, let's move you guys up. Do this. Halberdiers are going to chase off these Feral Cold Ones, maybe. The landship is trying its best. It does. Did the regrowth knock off on it? It didn't. Okay, he must have got knocked over. Okay, so landship healing time. The Bastillodon's coming for it. 175 HP. Oh, come on, boys. All right, so we do manage to clear that out. Landship does get healed, which is pretty Chad, and then we can do an Earthblood on it too. Let's turn about face, and Marcus is trying to fight on his objective here, but probably not going to work out. We have any Empire Knights lurking around? We do. I'm in desperation grab for the back objective. Maybe get a big terror route going right here. That's going to be a really good burning head there, for sure. All right. We mostly dodge it. Oh, it takes a pretty fortuitous turn, but does cook some of the lizards as well. Yeah, dude. You can't do the landship here. You just lose too much ground. You just give up so much agency. 2,500 gold, and then you just get swarmed. There's no way. GG well played. He played really good. Very standard lizard build. Cold One Riders, Feral Cold Ones, just mass chaff, swarmy. It's very, very good. Okay, let me talk to my opponent. Tell him to report the score. GG well played. Definitely. I'm like, dude, that landship did not do work. I mean, it got some value, but in domination, it's not going to work. You need to fight over the battlefield, you know? Yeah, no, I know the old meta against lizardmen. But that is not good, dude. Just cut that piece of shit right away. And then you get Boris, probably. And you get a Burning Head caster or, you know, anything else. Yeah, Firesign is good against Empire. He's very weak to being sniped, though, for sure. Very weak. All right. So if we wanted, like, a serious build here, what would we bring? So probably Toddy would be the go-to. Because he can help fight the other units as well. You could just go really, really... Yeah, the Burning Head will be pretty devastating against those type of units. Hawkland Long Rifles, yeah, 2,300 value, and it lived the entire time. So definitely, I'm glad we tested it because we know it's not OP. In land battle, I can see it being more problematic, though, for sure. War wagons are also quite good here. You can do a war wagon build. War wagons were meta against lizards for a long time. Indeed. I think it's safe to keep. Doesn't seem too bad to me. Definitely a cost sink. I'm talking to him about, like, I think it's the right decision to keep the land ship unbanned. For sure. Yeah, because some tournaments are still banning it. You know, I don't think you need to. If we're going to meme for the next game, here's a contribution for the Imperial Tanning Wagon. Yeah, we'll bring something cool as hell next game. Don't worry. We're experimenting today. We'll go sweaty in one of these other tournaments, I promise you. Yeah, the Black Lions are actually pretty good. They would have been way better. They're good against Lizardmen. I've actually won quite a few competitive games against Dinos with them. All right. Let's do this and see how we're looking. He's going to report the score. Looking good. Oh, it's so good. All right. So somebody in our chat here sent us here, check this out. This is going to be our new blocker for today. So shout out to the Under King. Look at this image. Look at this. How good is that? The Under King sent that. That's really good. That's really, really good. Oh my God. Look at that, dude. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, is that you, Andrew? You sent it? I love it, bro. Look at that. We're going to use that for the rest of the stream. It's really, dude, my favorite part is the paw. Like that little haggard paw, like at the bottom is the best, is the icing on the cake. If you had just left Palpatine's hand, you know, that's one thing, but this is so good. Yeah. Got to justify my Adobe Cloud sub. That's so good. That's a great one. That's really, really solid. All right. So let's see what's cooking now. So yeah. Okay, let's build a serious build against Lizardmen though. Like if we're actually really, really trying to win it. We're in a grand finals of a tournament. It's pure sweat. Probably Burning Head to just clear out Skinks is going to be really good. What other lures are nice? Your metal is not bad either. You can do that, but I think that this is going to be fine. Okay, let's do this. I think our infantry core is more or less fine. And then I actually kind of like this direction. This looks pretty fun, although that is still another big point sink. I think maybe going wider against lizards might be the way. I mean, but one big artillery piece can definitely flatline them. Sunmaker is not worth it, though, because you'd have to kill, like, literally 6 skink units outright to get its value back, more or less. Got to take down the Palpatine Wookiee. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm an idiot. All right, there we go. Okay, so sweaty build. War wagons are good, but they like Lore of Life is the only problem with war wagons. You could, you know, there's actually an old school way of maybe playing, which is like, yeah, triple war wagons got nerfed pretty good though. They're still really good against Cold Ones riders and different units like that. So maybe you go like a Life Wizard instead and just go Life Bloom spam. You could do Awakening of the Wood. It's pretty good against like chaff. Yeah. Burning Head probably isn't even worth it on Skinks. All right, yeah, so that's a decent little start. And then from here, I think you need to mix in some demis. That was one thing I was really missing last game. I was like, I wish I had Demogryph Knights. They would have been countering so much on the field, or at least trading good into it. Okay, so we have these guys. Free Company Militia are all right. I think you need 1 grenade launcher. This is definitely an old style of land battle play against these guys. No, Sunmaker's not good unless they go Saurus, which I think Skinks are going to be more common because they trade well into State Troopers. Was the game sound off? I don't think so. I just usually keep the game sound very low so as to not jump scare people. We're going to bring some wild-ass build next game, though. It's going to be crunk nasty. Yeah, we have grenades. We have the Outriders here. And maybe 2 demis is adequate, and then we can get like a Knight of the Black Rose. 2 of those, probably going to be all right. Halberdiers, Sigmar Sons, we don't really need those. Greatswords are going to get wrecked by any of the lizard units, like their Bastiladons, the Feral Cold ones. All those different kind of units are really going to give you a bad time. Toddy, yeah, Toddy with a life caster feels a little bit awkward. Volkmar used to be good in this matchup, but the Lizardmen just have too much cost-effective mass against him. He does have self-healing. You know, you can get away with that. A silver bullet unit is definitely warranted. I think having one, shooting unit is all right. And then we can get free company, and free company. Something like this would be like more of a competitive leaning build, I think. Yeah, the demis are decent against lizards. With healing, especially the ROR with Glorious Charge, those guys are absolute beasts. All right, let me check here. Sounds good. Let's refresh the brackets and see how we're looking. So far, Total Tavern's hanging in there like a champ. We're almost ready. We are almost good to go. So, Kark defeated Hitman Hippo too. Holy shit. He's on the warpath today. We almost had him earlier too. That's at least there's some silver lining here in this game. Yeah, the DLC is fun. There's definitely a couple of overpowered units. The Mangler Squig is problematic. The summons on the greenskin characters are problematic on the Night Goblin bosses. Pigback Riders need a cost increase. Thunder Tusk needs either a massive cost increase or a rework. Thunder Tusk, with its current performance, should cost like 2,800 to 3,000 gold. It should be like 2,800, not what it is right now. Yeah, for sure. Dark Age Rush undefeated out of region. Captain Pinchy, who I don't know who that is. Who the dreaded Captain Pinchy is undefeated. All right, cool. So we got some solid performance here. A tank is actually not bad against lizards. You could go with this build and mix in a steam tank instead, but lizards do have a lot of AP. The steam tank is a lot harder to kill. It has 160 armor compared to the 90 of the landship. So yeah, you could do a build like this. You could do like a steam tank. Yeah. Or you go for Homeboy here. So you cut Boris and you go for a steam tank commander. That might honestly be a better build. So you cut Boris, you go the Master Engineer on the steam tank. You do this. Yeah, that's probably better, to be honest. And then you could mix in the Black Lions if you want to at this point. How much are they? They're 1,900. So you need to cut like Master Ballistics. Probably just cut this. This would probably be a pretty good build here. Something like this. I think that'd be very strong. I almost wish I had brought this. Playing our balls campaign while watching. Nice. Gyro Bomber is still bugged. Yeah, the Gyro Bomber is still bugged. It is banned in today's tournament, unfortunately. I'm surprised they missed that one. Surprised they missed it. It's been a known issue for a while, like an entire patch cycle. It's all good though. No Gyro Bomber for anybody. All right, so we got two games. We got Romulan Dog versus Adam, and on the bottom side, it's going to be Revan versus Noble. And we'll see what we can do here. You're playing Old Golg? Yeah, no, those campaigns look fun. I was messing around with the Scarsnet campaign a little bit the other night. What does Gorbat actually do? So to plan, you get better WA rewards, units are cheaper. Gorbad's WA, looks like it just gives damage. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the Spider Riders in the woods. So Gorbad's whole thing is he's like a tactician, right? Our ball is so cool. So why not ban the Thunder Barge? We're giving it a try today to get feedback on it. To be honest though, like you're not going to see the Thunder Barge winning this tournament most likely. You know what I was kind of disappointed with this? His roar was a little bit wimpy. You know what I'm saying? Like that roar he has. You guys remember the Corn Lord from the Slanesh trailer? I mean, come on, dude. Is that really your biggest roar? It's kind of weak. All right, so let's get back. Our ball is badass though, for sure. He definitely gets the rule of cool points. All right, so let's get this up and prepare to party. You guys are going to be in for an absolute treat on my last game here. It's going to be great. Gorbat is smart for an orc. Okay, understood. That's the whole gimmick with him, huh? Okay. Flitten should have how many points? 3. Let me check here. Okay, so they need to lose a point. Should be able to fix that, no problem. It's a flaccid one, right? Like the corn guy is like from the other trailer, the generic corn lord. He has this like echoing roar, and you're just like, dude, it's so good. And then this guy rolls up, and just you're like, eh. Ogres are top tier in Dom. Yeah. Tried Golg. Yeah, Golg isn't actually that good. He's all right. Typically with Golg, you would want to just go Slaughtermaster in a competitive sense. Okay, sounds good. So another host took care of that, which is good. No one beats Kazak's voice lines. Kazak the Befouled, the Nurgle character. Yeah, he's pretty cool. So Revenant Noble and Romulan and Adam T. So let me check here. Sure, I got you. Okay. Sounds good. I don't know, Subutai had the drop. It's probably because he lost. Subutai's the power gamer. He's just here to win. Did he lose his game? He did. Yeah, I think that's why. Arbal's quest battle speech is fire, though. Is it good? Harold the Hammer has a good roar. He had a good one in the trailer. Kazak's afflicted screeching. All right. Is Ferrari in here? What's your name on site? So refresh. We're almost done. It looks like the round is finished. I just have to do some adminning and we should be all right. It's got to drop this player out. God, I really hope we get 40k Total War. Oh my God, I would love just playing Death Guard all day. Imagine playing Death Guard, like, or just like your favorite faction in 40k, just like having it here. Okay. Okay, Rhino. All right, so let's drop it like it's hot. Okay. And we should be all good there. All right. So it looks like the round is done. Let's refresh the page one more time. Draika versus Kazakh Screech Off. It's like a torture technique. Draika's yelling in campaign was kind of funny. I almost wish they had just left it, you know? It was like that kind of a situation. Okay. Always. Okay, so let's advance the Swiss. Hear me out. Bruckner on his demi instead of a tank. That is very Chad. But the problem is Bruckner's just going to get tar pitted by Cold One Spear Riders and just die. So he wouldn't be very good. Yeah. He would not be the way to go. And they're in some matchups where you're expecting like a single entity fight, Bruckner might be okay. You know, he does hit very hard and is a pretty good fighter. But yeah. I would actually like to get the Theodore Bruckner model for my Old World army. It'd be a really good Demogryph Knight character. Theodore Bruckner model. Yeah, he had there's like the Forge World one, right? If anybody has a Theodore Bruckner Demogryph and wants to sell it to me, hit me up in Discord. I would be interested. He's got that he's got that really, really scary demi. All right, so who do we got for our next game? Oh my God, it's me and Professor Pone. Oh, the fated duel. Oh God, dear God in heaven. Goblins, round 4. I have met my close friend Pone in the pits. All right. Yes. Okay. So dropping here. Thank you. All right, great. So that should be all right now. Dude, I can't believe we have come to this crossroad. Pone, who are you playing, by the way, dude? Who are we going to get in this duel? Okay, Prof. Pone. All right. Dude, this was the fated duel. This was the one that you were all waiting for. Me versus the greatest Total War player to ever live. Okay, so what's the map going to be at least? Let's see. Description, the map is going to be what? It's going to be Crystal Lake. Okay. I'm terrified of what old Pone Dog's playing. He's playing Tzeentch? What the hell is this, Pone? Where's the new stuff? You know? All right. Let's get Force Lightning Wookiee. There's no way I can lose with Force Lightning Wookiee. Okay, Force Lightning Wookiee is ready. You guys are going to love the hell out of this build. This is going to be freaking awesome. Okay. And, oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Okay, so let's get this. And what does that even do? It's all right. It's not very good. All right, and then for our Lord, who do we want to get in this matchup? Yeah, he's all right, I guess. We have to worry about the chicken. The chicken is scary. Pone's going to bring some weird shit, though. You never know with him. He's a wild card. Did you know Toddy could fly on an Imperial Pegasus? I didn't even remember that. Okay. Looks fine, and I need to update you, so I'll give you a point as well. Okay, Hoots. Hoots and Uber. Great, so we connected those guys. Yes, Uber. Rats. The Hoots play Uber. I think that's who it is. I think that is our player. All right. So now we got to deal with the Forbidden Pwn, the Severed Claw. I do fear and respect the Severed Claw. I really do. As far as the units go, ooh, what do I want to bring? Oh, those units are cool as hell. Oh, yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know how this is going to go. Theodore Bruckner here. Oh, by the way, Ulrika got a buff this patch. Not that I would bring her in the Zeech matchup, but she did get a little bit of action there, which is good. For the troops, halberdiers are all right. I think that a couple greatswords into Zeech aren't terrible. They help you counter the warrior and the Zangor, so that is respectable. Get a couple of these. Maybe we do this and we get another one of you. Okay. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah. So 375, and then we can cut this. That's going to leave us with 675. All right. You guys are going to like this build. Double Luminarch. Pwn will probably be ready for the Luminarch. He's excited for it, I'm sure. Okay, free company. Let's get some halberdiers just for the reinforcements. For the Cav department against these guys, Empire Knights are probably your status quo. You're going to have to deal with the nasty Centaurs of Tzeentch in this matchup. They're a bit of a problem. So, yeah, those are scary. Thunderbolts and Lightning, very frightening. Uh-oh, he's ready already. This is making me sweat bullets here. Okay. I'm trying units that, now that I'm pretty much eliminated from the tournament final run, I'm going to try some weird stuff for sure. Okay. I dig it. Prepare, mortals, tremble and despair. The dreaded build comes for Pwn. Good luck, dog. He sent me the Star Wars memes. When I left you, I was but the learner, but now I'm the master. Oh, yeah. This is the best capstone to the regular rounds of regulation. Yes. Pwn is the GOAT, but not the GOAT. Yeah, he's just the GOAT. Axio, let me know if he doesn't show within 8 minutes. And they drop and you get win. Okay. Somehow James Hetfield returned. Pwn's never lost. No, he's won every single season of the total Tavern Championships. Empire really struggles fighting Cav with armor piercing. It does. That's the hardest counter. It's winnable, but you need to play a very specific playstyle, which I didn't do today very well. Although game 1 against Kark was a really close match. That was a very, very good match. With slight adjustments, I think we win that. And that's against new Greenskins, who are going to be a top-tier faction as well. Okay. Can I just take the earlier bedtime? Unsummoned. So someone dropped you on accident? Let's see. Were you undefeated? Okay, very strange. Okay, we have a very strange admin issue here. Okay, so attack speed and Doyer. He got unsummoned in round 3. That's really weird. Huh. Go ahead and play Lahoot. Don't think you can qualify with a loss, so it doesn't matter. Okay, just doing some admin work here. Maverick isn't replying to me. I think he might have dropped. Okay, Pwn, don't ready up on me yet. I need to do some admin stuff. Okay, Maverick slot, did he drop? Sorry guys, I'll be ready in just a second. Yo, don't ready up. Admin work. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna see what's cooking here. Very strange stuff. Pwn didn't ready up yet. Okay, we can start setting up the army while I wait for replies. All right, so we have a big state trooper wall just to go get massacred by the demons and the heretics. Oh, Pwn's gonna changeling me. That's his game plan. Yeah, okay. We got the Hellblaster volley guns, which are just freaking awesome. So Toddy, a couple spears back here who are gonna be on reserve guarding the Hellblaster volley guns. 3 and 4, so 3 and 4. And then we can get you guys in 5, and this state trooper can be, I guess, just on the outside here. Okay, perfect. I'm waiting there. I was, huh. Okay, no problem. Did Lahoot hit you up? All right. So we had a couple people drop and cause some issues in the bracket, so I'm just having to sort this out right now. Okay, so he's coming. Let's see here. Lahoots. Hey, can you actually play attack speed enjoyer? Then we will fix that, and I just need to do this. Okay, almost there. He might bring blue scribes. He might. The Pwn is the kind of dirty dog who would do such things. Okay, I don't know who this is. That is not the person there. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Very weird. All right. You prioritize your game so as to not make others wait. Okay. So now we're ready to go. Sorry about that. Yeah, Hellblaster volley gun in all caps. Exactly. Okay, so I think we're good to go. The old dirty dog Pwn is going to be ready, I'm sure. And oh, dude, Pwn was waiting with a vengeance there. All right, so let's get you and you. Let's move this Hellblaster volley gun up, move this Hellblaster volley gun up, and we'll get the spears to come protect and protect. And it's going to be time. Normally you would go Pistoliers in this matchup, but since we're just having fun here, we're not going to mess with it. The Hellblasters will be in range soon. And I'm basically just going to play 2 objectives. We're just going to play these 2 here. All right, so let's get you going. Nope, you guys keep pushing up this way. Old Pwn Dog is moving, and we have, yeah, it's going to be the Changeling on Satang. So we're going to be getting shot at by the Moonbow. Okay, let's see if we can juke that. What is he going to be shooting? I see Satang zeroing in on my caster. Oh, man, okay, we dodged that. Thank goodness. So we got that. The Hellblaster volley guns, let's do 6 on one of them. Okay, and you're almost there, so let's move up and shoot you guys. Get the State Trooper brick advancing, and great. All right, so he's going after my Light Wizards, which is kind of a funny one there. A little bit of a treachery. Let's get like 1 free company to waddle out of the woods and threaten that objective. In the meantime, we can attack with Boris. We could just straight up go back after him there, which is going to be fine. Do we have Zangors or any good infantry? We do not, so it's just going to be blues and whatnot. What the hell is he casting on me? Oh my god, he got Tempest with the blue scribes. Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, so the Null and Ironsides are also advancing, and now the Hellblaster volley guns are in full effect, so we can start shooting at the blue scribes here. Boris getting a little bit of damage on him, but nothing too serious. And cool. So let's form ranks. Let's do this. And we can call out a little something something here. Let's get a grenade launcher to come. And just start wasting these infantry, right? So let's waste the demons, and let's waste the demons here. So Boris is taking some damage, but he could just go behind here and heal. No problemo. Matter of fact, he goes over here and we net some of these guys down, and then we just, live our best life. Let's get some free company here. In the meantime, we just kind of unleash hell on this army. Yeah, Null and Ironsides are going to shoot too. Good, good. Looking fun. Awesome, awesome. And Toddy's going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and get a big overcasted net right there. That should be fine. And Toddy's going to get him. Hopefully, does he get it? And we do. We get the net off. Great. So that's going to be a couple cav units in the can there. And now we can start just grenade launching and shooting whatever we can. So Hellblaster volley guns. Yeah, let's waste those guys down and save up for some heavy cav now. See if we can hold this. Free Company Militia are going to keep waddling this way. We do get a big fight over here in the woods, which is really, really good. So let's move you up on the point, move you up on the point here. And now we just need to kind of hold this. So we do see the Changeling coming overhead, or excuse me, the Blue Scribe. So we're going to go ahead and net them, and then we're going to shoot them here with the Ironsides, which is going to be heavy metal as hell. Unfortunately, I'm standing on top of one of my guns here, but let's get some of the Empire Heavy Cav coming in. I just totally blundered that unit, but it's okay. Okay, let's reform the ranks here. Blue Scribes might be dying here, or at least taking a lot of damage. Toddy did his job, so now we're going to get this wizard to run over here and help out. The Null and Ironside's doing some work, and he does get a really nice bombardment on me there, which certainly hurts. I don't think there's any positions where he's getting around us, and we almost killed the Blue Scribes. We're going to get him with the Hellblaster. Let's have you guys move, and Boris is going to come over here and just wreck these guys, hopefully. All right, so let's shoot at the Zangors and shoot at the Zangors. Those are the good infantry that we need to worry about, right? And let's reform the ranks with spears. Blue Scribes are almost dead, so that's great news. Okay, so that character does get caught a little bit. Let's mix in some more Empire Heavy Cav just to support the Hellblaster volley guns. Grenades, we can come out here on these Marauders, and the big heavy Cav charge there doing some beautiful damage. Ironside's pulling back. Blue Scribes are in the danger zone, and we're going to see how this is going to work out here. So let's net these guys down. Shoot them a little bit, and we're going to switch one Hellblaster volley gun onto these guys, move out there, and just kind of keep shooting this army apart, or at least trying to. All right, so Heavy Cav are on the way. He does have the dreaded Satang. Uh-oh, Blue Scribes just dropped another magic missile on me, dude. These guys are a menace. Yeah, they're causing quite a bit of havoc. All right, let's move you up. And Empire Heavy Cav, let's pull him around the outside. We do manage to get this objective, so let's go here. And yeah, Boris is doing pretty good. Yeah, he's fighting well. Hellblaster volley guns are melting a lot of his army. They're definitely doing some work. All right, this playstyle for the Empire is so freaking fun. It's amazing. All right, Heavy Cav should deal with those guys pretty well. Null and Ironsides do have good good armor, if I'm not mistaken, so they might actually hold here well. All right, let's get around the back of the army here, prepare for an engagement. We can do this and do this. Let's get you going over here, and we have Centaurs of Tzeentch, I think is what they have here. All right, so once these get back online, we'll train our shots into them. Toddy's actually kind of losing against that guy, so we're going to go tar pit him here. In the meantime, we can do this and get these spearmen going here and get the Empire Heavy Cav to go this way. And now we're going to need to find a way to deal with the Centaurs here. So we're going to move up, hopefully be able to catch them. Let's get more Empire Knights coming out. Spearmen at the ready, General, so let's get those in the back. And what do we got coming in here? Furies? Okay, so Furies. So we're going to need to get one of you guys back here and get ready to deal with this. So the Furies are going to need to be a priority target, 100%. The Toadbringer is going to go try and deal with these guys, although I don't know if he's going to be able to, so we got to play it careful. Furies are on the way in, so let's get them with this. Keep these Empire Knights at the ready, General, and we're going to go ahead and net them down here. So we're going to net them and then charge them here. So hopefully that'll work out. Null and Ironside's a little bit caught up, so let's call in Greatswords now to start really counter-pushing. We do have the double cap on him, so we're definitely in a better position. Let's get Toddy to go after this. Light Wizard can just pull back and use this. One of this, we need to drop the crew, get the spears to go, saturate in, provide a little bit of support, and you grenade launch there as well. All right, so these are just Chaos Furies, right? So, okay, Tzeentch army ability's coming. I don't think I can dodge that, but we're going to try. And the Empire Heavy Cav have gotten there, and Toadbringer should be able to kill the Blue Scribes. Looks like he's going to get it done. Yeah, so that's going to be the Wizard down for the count. Yeah, there was no sense in trying to dodge that. That was actually kind of stupid. Okay, so the crew is running away here. The Great Swords are great indeed, and they're going to waddle over here and try and help. We do have some free company. Let's call them out, have them pile in on these blues. And what can we shoot here? So the Hellblaster volley gun is online. Great. We could try and get it into range of his lord, which might not be bad. These are just Marauder Horsemen, and he does have Centaurs of Tzeentch up on the high ground point. And do we stabilize this? Null and Ironside's getting some nice shots. The Empire Knight's kind of losing that fight against those Furies, which is a little bit concerning. Let's shoot here. We do manage to get a good charge on the Changeling, on Satang the Changeling. Looking good. The Centaurs of Tzeentch will be activated again soon, I'm sure. Okay, so Hellblaster Volley Gun is getting attacked. We can't quite get back to this one yet, but let's start moving on it. Let's grenade launch you guys. Close game in terms of value, honestly. Thankfully, I have healing with Toddy, so that's pretty good. All right, so these are Centaurs. Yeah, they're going to be an issue for sure. I might start falling behind a little bit. I don't know. Do we attack here? It's a very risky engagement without infantry support. That's dodgy. I think it's going to be more important to just stabilize our backfield. So let's get this online, move up, and that Hellblaster Volley Gun may come back. We're going to have to see. Okay. So other call-ins, Centaurs of Tzeentch are really good against greatsword type units. Let's call them Null and Ironsides just to have some fun with it. Oh god, the Changeling, he's spying on us. All right, so we do have another netcaster, and we get a huge missile from downtown. You guys chase off those Zangors here. We do have these guys here. These are Zangors that need to be dealt with. Greatswords have always been pretty good in this matchup because they are good against Zangors. And Centaurs of Tzeentch need to be our priority target, so let's go ahead and net them down. And hopefully we can get some Hellblaster fire going on them. Grenade launch, and Ironsides roll this way. And cool. All right, so move up, and Boris Todbringer getting her done. We do get a net on those guys, and the Hellblaster Volley Guns have not turned about face yet. So we're going to need to move this way, see if we can get another one there. Outstanding, and hopefully we will get a shot soon. Now, as far as the other elements go, let's get some greatswords waddling up. We're going to need some sustained capture weight here, for sure. The Hellblaster Volley Gun took like a weird angle. I don't know if you guys are seeing this shit, but it's bonkers. Toddy is at very, very low leadership, so he's going to need to just go run off and hide behind this pillar right here to make sure he doesn't get killed. A massive rout of the Beastmen army over here. Not Beastmen, but you guys get the idea. Whatever the hell these guys are. All right, so do we get behind the pillar? We do not. Null and Ironside's going to start shooting here. Let's have you guys shoot. You guys shoot. Empire Heavy Cav come in, and this is where it gets a little bit messy. Do we have enough for a net? We do not, but we are mowing them down. They are taking a lot of damage. Seitang is really actually quite a menace here. He's very, very problematic. We got some great swords heading over here, and let's get some Free Company Militia heading over there too, because we're going to need to start playing the objective game. All right, so let's net you guys down, and Light Wizard can attack here. Yes, yes. So we do get the net on those Centaurs of Tzeentch, and now we can start moving up this way. Hopefully Toddy will rally, but probably not. Empire is a faction that has okay base leadership. It's not as bad as like Greenskins, but look at the Null and Ironsides getting it done, mowing those guys down. Pretty badass. All right, so those Centaurs of Tzeentch are going to get killed. Oh my god, that shot. Jesus, that was brutal. All right, greatswords need to waddle to the middle. And what do we have being called in now? Changebringers. Okay, I have some shooting. Not a lot, but some. All right, so chase you off. This could even be a situation where we resummon Toddy. We'll have to see. The Null and Ironsides are getting some shots in there. Greatswords are going to hustle here. And these Free Company can hopefully start getting some DACA going. The army's looking very raggedy. I mean, oh, the Changebringers, yeah, we don't have any like good answers for them, do we? The Null and Ironsides are like our only counterattack. I think we lost. Actually. Yeah, we got to keep the tradition of struggling today. This is great. Okay, so we do have some shooting via the Hellblaster Volley Gun, so let's like recall that out. We are that desperate, straight up. So we need to just come shoot this guy, move you up here. They're able to get it done. We have the greatswords getting absolutely cooked over here. So the Hellblaster Volley Gun is going to waddle. This is, oh my god, a good thing I noticed this. Jeez, that would have been a disaster. If he was paying attention there, right when I summoned that in, dude, that would have just been game blouses, right? That would have felt really, really bad. Okay, thankfully we do hold on to this objective, so we're not completely out of the game. The Changeling is scheming on me pretty hard here. He is. Yeah, so you guys fight here. You guys shoot here. We could just send up waves and waves of troopers. We definitely need to butcher these guys and then run into the trees. So let's get the greatswords back. Are these guys going to break or not? I don't think they are. Yeah, that's not good. I'm going to get cooked right there, guys. Like, absolutely just cooked. Okay, so those guys are online, and we need to move this Hellblaster Volley Gun up. And those guys did break, so now we need to shoot with the Free Company Militia, run into the trees here. This is where having some pistoliers would just be so nice. All right, so they advance. Hellblaster Volley Gun's going to move up. That objective's going to be taken. And I think we're dead. I think we're toast. Yeah, I think the double Hellblaster was cute, but wasn't enough. The greatswords are going to run into the trees because there's no better place for them. Seitang is still a menace, and we do see the scary Furies coming back here. So what's it going to be? Are we going to get Empire Knights? All we have to defend is spears, which is terrible. So we have like nothing that is going to be able to defend against these guys. Okay, Free Company Militia will come. We'll try and defend the Hellblaster Volley Gun crew here. We're going to give it a good old college try. We're going to drop you, run you back, get some Empire Heavy Cav, move out. Toddy fleeing was definitely not good. That was a big, big problem for me. Ironsides, I don't know how well they did, to be honest. Maybe they did all right. I mean, the value is close-ish. Greatswords are, you know, obstructed in the trees a little bit, which is cute. And we do get some shooting here, but I don't see myself coming back here. That is for sure. How did those guys escape when attacked by the heavy cav? I don't know how they did that. That was some witchcraft. Okay. Let's get you back here. Greatswords are back on the point. Satang is just about out of ammo. The greatswords can move back in now, pull you back a little bit. We're really, really running out of time in this situation. Like really, really hardcore running out of time. All right, so we get the charge. The great chads are there. Let's get some free company waddling up to this point. We have to contest the points, you know. And let's get the Empire Cav to charge them, and you guys charge here. And we do get the Hellblaster Volley Gun back online, and the Empire Cav should be able to head them off. Should be able to. Centaurs of Tzeentch, and Greatswords are going to waddle back and around. Oh, I have been changelinged. Yeah, changeling is going to be better now for sure. Now that his cost is cheaper, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. All right, so we grab that point. Is there anything else we can grab? I mean, we still do have the greatswords, I guess. Maybe they're going to be able to do something. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, so we do kill the Fury unit. We managed to grab this objective. The blue scribes are back. Oh god, he resummoned the blue scribes. I should just give up now. It's over, Anakin. He has the high ground. Heavy cav call out, probably my best bet. Do I have any slim chance of doing this? Any slim shady? Maybe. I mean, he does have just a couple big boys. The blue scribes are cackling pretty good on us. The Empire Heavy Cav need to zip over here. Unfortunately, I do lose that Hellblaster, so we had to just face the foot style that unit there, which is rough. We might actually have the capture prowess on this objective. It might be possible. Grenade launcher's coming. We have you moving up, and that objective's going to be ours, so now we head to the middle. Is there some weird chance at a comeback here? Like, I feel like every objective is close to flipping. So that's interesting. Okay, so the spearmen are there. We do get those guys moving. He calls in some infantry. That objective is going to go to us. Greatswords unfortunately chased off that point, so we need to waddle this way now. We do start to get this point too. Could this be the dreaded Sigmar comeback? That would be pretty nutty. He does have ammo, but it's not going to be enough to clear off everything here. We have the Furies. These guys are still going strong. Do we have any more cav? We do. All right, so let's get some cav coming up. What the hell is this? Do we actually have a chance at a comeback here for reals? All right, so they're going to get there. You guys are going to wait here and wait here and wait here. And the Empire Cav do grab that. No freaking way, right? Okay, he's out of ammo, though. That's pretty good for us. And we have another heavy Cav unit coming up, which can run interference here. Do we have any Vanguard or speed? Yeah, probably need to get grenade launchers, to be honest. All right, so let's get you guys on this. Come on, flip the points. Okay, that's 1 point flipped. Oh, no, I was 1 second away. Oh, no, I probably would have won. Oh, I should have paid better attention. I was 1 second away from winning. Oh, God. That's so funny. GG. That's super fun. 1 second. Dude, that was a close comeback. The face-to-foot style. Oh. Hang on, let's watch that. I want to see how close that was. Holy shit. I don't think he would have been able to recapture the points. He resummoned blue scribes, which probably almost lost him the game. Let's fast forward. I want to see. I think it was 1 second. Oh, that was such a good ending, though. That was a perfect ending. GG. GG, dude. Great. So now we can get into the top four and go from there. There is no losing Pwn. That's right, dude. He's the GOAT. You guys have seen it here first. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We got to report the score. All right. Just as planned. I'll report it for him so he doesn't need to worry. So Tzeentch versus Empire. I've been a little bit sad with Hellblaster volley guns today. They used to be my goated unit, but you know, it isn't what it used to be. Yeah, Luminarch would have actually died to Satang though, so that wouldn't have been good. Yeah, maybe. Okay, cool beans, man. Can you do some testing with Furies? Seems off about them dealing. No, that's normal. Furies have very high weapon strength. They've always done a lot of damage. They're just glass cannons, but the thing is, Empire Knights do like no damage. So it's yeah, you probably in a sweatier build you would bring Knights of the Black Rose. They would deal with that. Yeah. Okay, other side away from trees. In those corner bushes. Okay, cool beans. So, are we ready for the grand finals? That was a lot of fun games today, man. We had so many good matches. Even though we did end up losing a lot today, we had some beautiful games, and it was very fun. Okay. The Lizardman game was probably the worst beating. That one was rough. We were not prepared for that. I know that background is kind of hard to look at, isn't it? We could switch it. We can go to... I like the Chaos Dwarf one, the Forge of the Chaos Dwarves. They deleted your Empire Knights in the first... Yeah, that was a little bit weird, Matthew. That's true. It was. Everything in the match... Yeah, I know. I should have just quit before the game started, because Tzeentch clearly knew that he was going to get that. He was going to get it, you know? Okay, so where are we for the top 4? Clearly, Pone is in the top 4, right? The big dog himself. Looks like we have Dark Age Rush, Outer Region, Via Anime, and Kark so far, but we still have a lot of games still to be played. We have Maverick Sloth and Opal Black Bear. I think they're playing for an undefeated spot also. I wonder how many of the factions we're going to see today are going to be the new ones. That's what I'm actually genuinely curious about. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, guys, just doing some tracking here. Okay, that looks correct. Pone purposefully threw other games just so he could come and take me out. Yeah. He's a fiend, dude. He truly is the Changers champion. But let's see, how much does the Satang actually cost on the on Tzeentch? I think he's the Changeling Satang is... He has been the meta go-to for Changeling. 3,900 and then you cut these abilities. That's honestly not a bad deal. 2,600 for Satang on the Tzeentch roster. Pretty badass. Who would we change him into? Like, what are viable options? Aecold is fine. I actually think against dwarves, you could go double Aecold, right? Because he still gets Breath of Life. That's an ability, right? So he gets that. So Aecold is viable. You probably would never do a Lithanar. Aranessa does give you a net, but like she's not that good of a character. Arbol was actually quite a good choice. Because you can get the Fury of the Blood God, right? You can get the Fury of the Blood God, and you can get the Eye of Corn. Okay. That's not bad at all. And then you get his other good ability, which is Thirst for Challenge. You just miss his items, which you normally cut anyways. So Arbol is probably decent. You never want to switch into caster characters. You're just paying too much of a premium for that. Durthu, no, you're paying for all the magic. No one here. Felix is all right, maybe. Like, you could get a bare bones, like, just healing Felix, but okay, maybe Felix, Aecold, and his Tzeentch caster could be all right. I don't know. Garagram's okay, too. Probably not, like, impactful enough to want to switch into. Gorich is obviously super haggard. With Golg, do you get his healing ability? No, you don't. It's an item. So that's not worth it. Grimgor sucks. Grom the Paunch maybe after some of the changes, because Grom is now a more AP character. He's an AP chariot. So Grom the Paunch could be viable, because with him you would just get Degrade Unses here and Language of the Boys, which are both really good abilities. So you get a passive buff as well as an AoE buff for Tzeentch. I don't hate the Grom the Paunch pick. It's like a cheap transformation, right? Although he is 1,900, which is kind of expensive. Hammerstorm is for sure a good choice because he wrecks undead. So in any undead matchup, you turn into Tzeentch. High Queen Kalita, probably not impactful enough in any matchups to warrant. Oh, hold up. Karanak on the Tzeentch roster against vampire counts, against like Nurgle. So what do you get? Yeah, Endless Hunter. Oh, that is sick. I know, Pone. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry you didn't get what you wanted. Dude, Karanak, you get the AoE silence. You get like a really powerful hero. That could be something I see happening right here. This seems pretty good. Right? Right? No, Gorse, you have to pay for all the vampire magic, so it's not worth it. All right. Other choices. Yeah, Lord Croak is a meme. Luther Harkin. You don't ever take mounted characters. The Dragon Twins can't transform when you pick them, which feels bad. Nothing here. Nakai is only... And Nakai kind of is mediocre without his item. The Golden Tributes is one of the main reasons you take him, so... You don't do Rapunzel because her item is what makes her good. Sisters of Twilight on foot, not really worth it. Scarbrand is definitely viable. You could do Scarbrand. He wouldn't be bad. Snagla could be a good choice. He's 1500 and you get the summon and the net. That's actually really potentially all right. Bruckner, probably not. All right. Okay. So your buy round. I'll gives you win. I'll fix after tourney. You're not in top 4 range, yeah? Okay, so just need to fix this. Refreshing. Sisters, oh, that's right. Oh, so you get the Dragon Sisters. Duh, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. So getting the Dragon Sister, right? No, it looks like... Why is HP so low? Huh, that's kind of weird, right? Yeah, Sisters can't be on foot, but why is the HP so low? Dragons have more HP than that. That's weird. I'll have to double check that. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of viable options. It's very fun. Oh, it puts them on the Eagle, is it? Okay. Okay, so Opal Black Bear says he has one too many points. So he must have lost a couple games as well. So Opal Black Bear has... Okay, looks like the round is done. Almost. So let's adjust the Swiss points. So you are at 3. Cool beans. Yeah, other characters. Tammy is all right. Tammy's a decent, like, against Ogre Kingdoms, maybe, like, getting Tammy is, like, a dedicated anti-large beat stick could be respectable. Ungarum, you know, the dwarves are fine, but dwarf characters aren't very good. It's one of the weaker elements of the roster. Yeah, I mean, we've seen a few viable choices. Like, obviously, Satang is very good. I think that Harry against Undead is a cool tech. Gorbad. Oh, a Gorbad, actually, with Centaurs of Tzeentch, a Gorbad? Because yeah, Gorbad will have the Great Leader. Oh, so you could get Gorbad as like an AP fighter with +10/+10 on your Centaurs of Tzeentch. Now, he won't be able to keep up super well. Oh, no, but he's on foot. Oh, it doesn't put him on his pig. Man, what an unfortunate one there. All right. Okay. And let's fix you to your 3 points here. Karnak Silence is an item, so the Changeling wouldn't get it. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. I don't think either of those guys can qualify for top 4, so we can go. Yeah, we'll get it going in a second. I'm just doing some admin work, Dark Age, because Opal isn't supposed to be in top 4. He had one too many points, so I need to wait for that to load to see who the next spot will go to. All right. We will see. Okay, cool beans. So that's been fixed. Let's see who the top 4 players are going to be. I think these guys could affect the tiebreaker also, so I need to check on that. Foot Malice Darkblade. Yeah, Malice on foot isn't awful, like against Dowie or something. Does he have AP on foot, though? That would be a big determining factor for sure. Okay, via anime, looks like they are probably going to clinch the spot, although Romulan Dog may have played some of these guys. Let me see. Romulan. Who's he playing? Okay, I don't think that's going to matter, actually. So the top 4 spot, Tom. Oh, did Tom play Romulan, actually? No. Okay. So here we go. So refreshing. Let's see what's cracking here. One more time, and I think we're ready to go to top 4. Hopefully we have more tournaments this week. I'm very excited to play in some too. I want to try some of the older factions. I want to see how Chaos Dwarves fare against some of these new bad boys. Chaos Dwarves are okay against Greenskins. It's definitely Greenskin favored, but yeah, Ogres definitely steamroll Chaos Dwarves though, so probably the meta isn't going to be great for them. Okay. So we got Via Anime, Outer Region, Captain Pinchy, and I don't know who Captain Pinchy is, but Captain Pinchy, who did he defeat? Oh, he's got some nice wins. Looking good. Looking good to me. And yeah, we don't need to wait for these other guys. I don't think they're going to have any impact on the top 4. So let's advance the Swiss here. Okay, so advance the top 4. And now we're going to do some casting. So once I figure out what the matchups are, I'll let you guys know the options and we can decide which one we want to do. Okay. Yeah, Noctilus won't have his items, which is unfortunate. Correct. Okay, so let's get this. Tournament chat. Okay. Cool, so they can keep playing, no problemo. Okay, so top 4 is live. So in the top 4, we're going to have Outer Region versus Dark Age Rush. And then on the other side, we're going to have Via Anime versus Captain Pinchy. Captain Pinchy. I wonder who that is. Yeah, it's got a Star Wars picture. Pretty cool. It's always awesome to see like players you don't know making it to top 4. I think that's definitely one of the more fun elements. So what is Dark Age Rush playing? So what factions are you guys on? So now we're going to be casting the semifinals and the grand finals. Let's refresh this. Yes, yes. Throt the Unclean? Yeah, but he would be on foot, which would be pretty haggard. You know, it would not be fun. Okay, let me see what Dark Age is playing. Yo, what are you playing? And so I'm checking with the players. Yo, what are you playing? So we're gonna find out what these lads are on, and then we'll decide. Yeah, I could see Changeling being viable in a lot of matchups, though. There's a couple, like Scarbrand is actually not bad in a few situations. Like Tzeentch against Vampire Count, Scarbrand could be a really good choice. Because then you get this big Tzeentchian army with Scarbrand Rampage and single entity fighting. Not terrible, man. Not terrible. Noctilus Reigns is like the basic of Total War equivalent of O'Doyle rules. Who are the best Lizardman Legendary Lords? The basic Slann are probably the best. The Slann Wizards are... Okay, so you have a Slaanesh mirror, so we're going to do the other side. Yeah, Slaanesh is a really, really strong faction. Oh, we have Cathay. Okay, so top 4 is 2 Slaanesh players, Grand Cathay, and Outer Region's probably on one of the new factions, Khorne. Other is Slaanesh Mirror. All right. Cool. So now I'm just waiting for the lobby code here. It's going to be Grand Cathay versus Khorne, which I feel is going to be Khorne favored. It depends on the map too, right? The map is going to be determining. It's Itza, so a Grand Cathay cannon could counter the Skull Cannons potentially. We'll have to see. All right, so here we are. We got a Grand Cathay and Khorne. So no Greenskins made it to top 4. Kark was defeated earlier, it looks like, and no Ogres in top 4 either, which is very strange. I'm not doing the Slaanesh Mirror. No, thank you. I would really be interested in seeing a Khorne versus Slaanesh finals. Slaanesh is brutal, though, guys. They're a very god-tier faction. Fiends and Seekers are units that... Not Fiends as much, but Seekers, I think, are busted. They're problematic. They're definitely a unit that warrants a looking at. Looking at the stats for today, so let's go to the desktop capture here. Slaanesh is undefeated. Wood Elves are 4-2. Lizardmen are 10-5, off to a very good start. Grand Cathay 6-4. We brought the Empire win rate down into the pits. Empire's at a 2-8 record. Hell yeah, baby, let's go. Look, because I went 1-3, and then another player must have lost most of their games too. These factions not played at all today, though. No Kislev, no Bretonnia, Counts, Tomb Kings, Beastmen, Norska, Chaos Demons. Ogre Kingdoms are 9-13, which is fine. That's going to equalize. Khorne is going to equalize. People are learning the new stuff as well. You know. Do Seekers perform? Yeah, Seekers are busted, man. There's something about the way they attack where they just they pile in way too much and do too much damage. Kark was eliminated, yeah. He didn't make it to top 4. He tried his best. I get demonetized with the Slanesh mirror, probably. Yeah. So let's take a look here. Yeah, we can do Wookiee here for a second. All right, yeah, looking pretty cool. I mean, standard stuff from both players, more or less. And I'm liking this Cathay build. This Cathay build looks rad. Khorne build looks really cool, too. You guys are in for a treat. Yeah, there's some fun new stuff and some old stuff. And yeah, it's going to be great. Oops, let's switch here. Should be fine. If Cathay brings a cannon, can we get a close-up and hear its majestic booms? Sure, Benjamin, I got you, man. Heart Seekers at least are uber expensive, though. Like, Seekers are cheap. So the amount of the damage they do is pretty nuts. No Skaven. Yeah, no Skaven either. We had somebody lock in a Skaven, I think. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Slanesh Heavy Cav are pretty gross. Hence the reason why we have 2 undefeated Slanesh players today, I think. I wonder how Khorne would deal with Slanesh. Probably Skull Cannon. Skull Cannons will be brutal against Slanesh. They'll do a lot of damage against the Seekers and stuff on the charge. Tomb Kings are very good. They're a very strong faction. Hey, Mr. Duncan, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you like the Wookiee? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals of today's tournament. We have Grand Cathay facing off against Khorne. It's going to be Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon, using a double Astromancer with a lot of Jade Warriors and a Lion and a Dragon Twin. Okay. So Miao going to be doing probably the bombardments and or the healing, I would wager. For Khorne, for the Blood God, it is going to be Arbal the Undefeated, which I love. So it is Arbalin time, guys. Yes, very, very hype. So Arbal against Grand Cathay is viable. He can turn one of the Peasant Spears into Chaos Spawn. He's a good fighter. He has an AoE explosion against the Jade Warriors. What's not to love? So Out of Region is an OG Khorne main. He has been playing Khorne through thick and thin, so very excited to see what he can do with them. Going to be using the Khorne Gores on Vanguard to move up. Now, Khorne Gores probably trade not super well into Jades. I mean, it's probably an evenish trade, but if the Jades have Harmony, then they might actually beat a Khorne Gore. I don't know, probably not beat them, but it'd be close. So 2 Khorne Gores here, more Khorne Gores, Marauders. Arbal the Undefeated, double Cultist is very, very meta. And mass amounts of the Marauder Horsemen are throwing axes for the armor piercing, for the battlefield control, for backfield diving. You know, they bring a lot to the table for sure. Now, for Dark Age Rush's build, it's going to be the Storm Dragon. So she's going to be rocking Storm Shadows to slow things and Earthblood. The rest of the army is going to be Jade Warriors. And we have a couple Astromancers with Uran and Thunderbolt, which is kind of cool. So these guys will just be dropping the bows and also contributing to the Master of the Elemental Winds here. But yeah, they're going to be dropping some big armor-piercing shots on the Khornate army. While the Harmony, the Peasant Spears, providing Harmony, or Peasant Archers, excuse me, to the Jade Warriors. Cathay obviously just going to want to play Objective 2 and Objective 3 here. So that is going to be their game plan. And we are going to see how this all unfurls. I do like the Lion. Lion-O isn't bad here. It is a magic damage armor-piercing fighter. So I've been seeing Lions make a bit of a performance and doing some work. So curious to see how they will perform. But the Cathay battle lines are going to be advancing. Before the game, Dark Age Rush was messaging me saying, do not watch this game. I'm going to get wrecked by Skull Cannons. But avast, there are no Skull Cannons here for Khorne. So we will see. I'm sure Dark Age Rush very excited. Although I think Cathay has ample answers to Skull Cannons. I think that the cannon, just one single cannon like deep set back here and, you know, defended by Crowmen. Because Cathay can defend its backline better than the Empire by using Crowmen. Because Crowmen can kill Furies and trade evenly with them. So here we have the Peasant Archers turning about face to shoot at the Marauder Horsemen. Gonna get some shots as Arbal the Undefeated. He's ballin', dude. Oh, look at it. Oh, he looks kind of ridiculous when he's running fast, which is very funny. But he's gonna get hit by a slow. Okay, I like that. So he gets slowed and then the Storm Dragon moves in. That was actually a really cool shot. And yeah, Arbal is soon to be defeated if he hangs out back here because Miao Ying is a beast of a fighter. We do see a little bit of back pressure coming out. The Marauder Horsemen looking like they want to fight here, but Cathay is going to be responding by using the Peasant Horsemen and getting ready to surge forth and hunt them down. Also, Crowmen are going to be nearby as well. The objective fighting is underway, and we do see Cathay is mostly harmonious. Jade Warriors fighting off the Marauders, and Arbal the Undefeated getting his butt kicked a little bit by the Narnia line. Look at this thing. Well, not Narnia. This is the Jade line. Yeah. It is getting work done. Arbal's going to be forced to retreat here. That did not go well for him at all. And Arbal is going to be retreating through the formation. Outer Region finds the escape path. And that was a huge win for Grand Cathay to beat up that Khorne Lord that quickly. Crowmen descending from the skies. Oh my goodness, Crowmen are a good counter against Corngors. Corngors have bad melee defense, and Furies, Crowmen hit pretty hard and are infantry size, so Corngors will struggle. Okay, that is actually really, really interesting. I love that decision making here by the Grand Cathay player to use Crowmen to swarm those guys. On the high ground, we have a bit of a pit fight. It is going to be Peasant Horsemen, but being overwhelmed by the Khorne mobility. Khorne has a much better mobility core here. And also, the Knights of the Brazen Throne are going to be called out by Khorne as well. So here they come. They're going to be charging up, and Cathay is basically going to be eviscerated as it pertains to the Cav game. Although Khorne is going to let them escape. Interesting. The 2 Peasant Horsemen will be retreating, and I think for Grand Cathay, you just need to value trade and play the 2 low ground objectives. Arbol, though, on the run once again. He is going to be forced back while the Jade Lion and the Jade Warriors do battle here with the Corngors. Corngors here also battling against spears and doing all right. Peasant Archers, not sure what they're shooting, but the Cultists are now going to be summoning the Blood Gods Chosen, as Bloodletter summons will come out. You see how these summons last 30 seconds with 1 afterlife, so they have like 1 more lifespan after that? The Squig summons on the Greenskins, for some reason, last 100 seconds. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's very, very strange. Now, Arbol is going to be looking for some fights here. The Storm Dragon just helping to work against some of the Corngors, who are unbreakable for a short time due to their Fury of the Blood God, but that will be breaking soon. Empress's Crowmen chasing down the Horsemen, and they'll get a little bit of damage, but the Knights of the Brazen Throne are going to be nearby soon, and here they come around the backside. So how is Grand Cathay going to deal with this? It's going to be hard. We have Jade Warrior Halberds being called out, the 2 Cultists getting a lot of work done. We have the Astromancers getting a nice Earthblood and moving on, while Arbol is going to be attacked once again by the Jade Lion, so he's going to be hunting this bad boy down. Value trading in this game is pretty even, for sure. Middle objective is flipping to Grand Cathay slowly. Outside objective is flipping to Grand Cathay, but not quick enough, as the Storm Dragon probably going to need to go Dragon form. Like, she's really the only thing in this Grand Cathay army that's going to be able to deal with the Cultists and those powerful monster characters here, Monstrous Cavalry, in the Knights of the Brazen Throne. So Brazen Throne going to be rushed by Peasant Spears. Grand Cathay certainly having a little bit of trouble on this middle objective, but it seems like the infantry fights have gone well for Grand Cathay on a couple fronts, like here, and here. We see Grand Cathay getting a lot of sweeping victories. Crowmen going to be swarming back onto the Corngors, and those Corngors going to get ripped up pretty hard. Look at the damage they're taking. They're not trading happily here, and those Crowmen are basically taking no damage, so that's also something for all of you Chaos players. If you're playing Nurgle, you're playing Slaanesh, Khorne, whatever, right? Like, Fury units seem like they will counter Corngors effectively, right? Because they're not doing much damage back and are getting clapped pretty good here. We do see some Hounds being called in by Outer Reach, and I do think that is a slight mistake. I think that the Hounds are just going to be moving into Spears into the Storm Dragon, and it will be just a better fight overall for Grand Cathay there. But in the middle, Grand Cathay is having a bad time. The Cultists and the Bloodletter summons are really, really doing a lot of work. Granted, they are going to be disappearing, so the Demons of the Warp will be disappearing in about 30 seconds here. The Jade Dragon is... I am liking this Jade Lion, excuse me. It's doing solid work. Over the course of the game, it's been effectively fighting against the Cultist characters. It has been putting pressure on Arbol. Arbol is also getting poked by spears, and Grand Cathay suffering with its classic problem, which is, taking objectives against aggressive factions. Should be able to get this objective eventually. I think Storm Dragon and the spears and the Crowmen will win this fight. It's going to take a hot minute, but they will get there eventually. And Cathay going to be calling in more Jade Warrior Halberds as the Knights of the Brazen Throne continue to feast. Value on them, 800 so far. Not bad at all, but the Khorne pile in here with all the horsemen really, really causing a lot. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I got the audio turned back on. Thank you, guys. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so moving up, Spawn of Khorne. It looks like Arbol has summoned the Dark Gods, and here is going to be the Sword of Khorne, which is going to be pretty good. It hits a Jade Warrior unit pretty square on. The Spawn of Khorne will be disappearing soonish. They don't have too much more life here, but both of the Astromancers are going to be killed by the Khornate characters, and Khorne's mobility core is looking very juicy, as on the backside we get Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons being called out. Khorngor is going to be rushing the objective, and I think that Outer Region just has this game in check. It seems like he's trading a little bit better. A couple big notes were the mobility fight up here was really dominant for Khorne and gave them the advantage in the mobile game. And down here, the Khorngors are also just going to be so scary. And Khorngors really give Khorne a very, very powerful mid-game, because in mid-game, most people call out cav units. So having a Vanguard infantry unit that's fast in that point is going to be very good. We do see Arbol scurrying away here, so he's going to be fleeing the scene. Getting his butt kicked once again by the Storm Dragon. But Cathay is just looking like it's not going to have the tools it needs to get the objectives. 7 against 8.3. Cathay does have a little bit of healing. Losing their Lion-O there was not good. Miao Ying probably should have been more involved in that epicenter of that combat. couple spears going to be surging forth, but the Knights of the Brazen Throne and the Corngores really, really just putting a lot of hurt on that side objective. Cathay does get some Jade Warrior Halberds arriving here, and Miao Ying is doing great, though. I mean, she's spanking this cultist here. This guy's, pretty close to dying. The other cultist is going to be fleeing. Arbal is very close to dying as well. So Cathay is doing some good work here in the late game, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We do get some Furies being called out. Not Furies, excuse me, Crowmen. Same thing. They're all in the family. And these are Jade Lancers. Jade Lancers will trade exponentially better against the Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, but numbers are numbers, and this is very lore-friendly. Just a bunch of barbarian horsemen swarming the Cathay Armored Cav. Negative 18 leadership on the Jade Lancers. They're going to be paying the troll toll. Are these the Empresses, Crowmen? They're not. I think Cathay realizes this is a lost fight here, and it's going to be consolidating down onto the low ground. Arbal getting smacked up a little bit on the side point. We do see Khorne consolidating in with some Marauder dual weapons, which is going to be very, very strong. The Peasant Spearmen here in a very, very tight formation, but certainly not going to have a good time versus the superior Khornate infantry. And Cathay might have a chance of getting the middle objective with their Halberd Brick and the Storm Dragon, but aside from that, I don't see too many ways for them to get the other points. It's going to be very tough. And Miao Ying turning across, going to be going after Arbal the Undefeated. I feel like the Khorngores should have been a dual weapon unit. I don't understand why they got a Halberd when they already had the Chaos Warrior Halberd, which was a more, yeah. It just seems weird, right? Because Nurgle has great weapons. Tzeentch has sword and shield. What is and maybe Slaanesh is going to get the dual weapon variant. Like the Slangors will be like, oh, yeah, that's right, because Slangors have like claws, and they have like mutations and whatnot. So the Slangors will probably be the dual wielding variant. It's going to be my guess. Couple peasant horsemen here in the backfield trying to do their thing, but overall, Grand Cathay really just going to be struggling here. I mean, Dark Age Rush clearly had a very, very good tournament and did go undefeated in the rounds of regulation, so Cathay clearly doing pretty good today, but, Outer Region's a very tough opponent. Dark Age Rush is also a top-tier player, but Cathay, I think, has a hard matchup into Khorne, I would suspect, and it's even harder now with the advent of a new cost-effective Vanguard armor-piercing unit. So we're seeing that here. But the high ground, finally, Peasant Horsemen do get the job done there, but the Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, just top-tier unit, 1,200 HP on Arbal, and the Storm Dragon's going to be trying to hunt him down for a kill here, as we do see the Knights of the Brazen Throne finally being hunted and potentially routed off. But up on the high ground, yeah, it's going to be game blouses. Cathay is not even close to getting these points back, ladies and gentlemen, and I do not think that there's going to be a whole lot left here that can be done as a super elite Khorne unit arrives in the middle. It's going to be the Hellforged Host arriving, and they're going to be chopping it up. So Khorne utilizing a couple new units, not using the Skull Cannons, but rather using Arbal and the Khorngores mostly, which is cool to see. Arbal certainly was not great this game. He only got 400 value, I think. No, it's Marauder Horseman. Let's see. 900 value. But he did summon a spawn unit, which is good. And the spawn were able to do some work. And GG, well played. Dark Age Rush fighting to the bitter end, but the Blood God is going to be cackling here this day. Slangors can be dual weapon with a few javelin throws. Okay, so like a precursor ammo. Yeah, so really just Khorngores did good. A lot of the traditional stuff. I loved that he brought the Knights of the Brazen Throne. That is so badass that we got to see some elite Khorne Cav. I really liked the Lion. I almost think like double Lion could have been pretty good here. Yeah, it was tricky. I think Cathay fought too spread out. I think that it was winnable. But Cathay cannot afford to make that many mistakes. They're much like the Empire. If you make mistakes with Empire, Cathay, you're usually going to lose the game. They're factions that you have to play very clean, and your positioning has to be very good. I think that consolidating on just two objectives instead of trying to contest the high ground with those Cav probably would have been better for Cathay. But I don't know if it would have won them the game. Hard to say. All right, Turin finals. So let's get this going here. It's fired off, and we're going to invite Outer Region. Find out who won on the other side. Okay, and let us find Outer Region. Finals lobby. And where else do we want to go? So I need to see who wins the other side. Let me know who wins. Okay, so we got the dreaded Slaanesh mirror match on the other side. So Slaanesh vs. Khorne, a Chaos Grand Finals. Yeah, Chaos Grand Finals. I just wish that Pwn Satang play was here. That would be sweet. Someday. Yeah, Arbal's good at blobs. He's really good with his bunker busting thing. The more units around him, he gets stronger, and also he gets stronger. He can nuke AoE positions with his big explosion. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's see what's cooking here. We just got to wait for that Slaanesh game to finish. The Grand Finals game is going to be on what map? Let's take a look here and see what the Rock is cooking. It is going to be... All right. Forsake the Forsaken. Yes, indeed. All right, so that's been reported. Let's finalize that part of the tournament. I don't typically use Forsaken or Chaos Bond. Is there Forsaken are good in some matchups. So when you need a fast capture weight piece to just like punch something in the face really hard and get them off an objective, I think Warriors of Chaos should bring at least one Forsaken in their builds. And depending on the mono god, like Nurgle Forsaken have decently high melee defense, so that's not bad. All right, so they're still playing on the other side. That has got to be a really sweaty one. We have another tournament tomorrow. Opal Blackbear is going to be hosting one, and that is what day of the week? Tomorrow is Friday, so maybe I'll just cast his game or play in his tournament. It's at 11:30. That could be fun. Why don't Cathay have skirmish cav? I don't know. Maybe they'll get them someday. That would be really helpful for them, though. If Cathay got like some peasant horseman archers, that would be huge. Professor Pone mentors Outer Region personally in his Warhammer 3 victories. It's true, dude. He does. It is true indeed. Professor Pone is currently the number 14 player on the leaderboard with a 2-2 record. You gotta love it. All right. Outer Region, though, looking to take the first victory. All right, chat. Game award start in 1 minute. Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was happening. I guess there's nothing. Those kind of games I'm not interested in. Yeah, so they're still playing. So we got time. So Korn, we can look at Outer's build a little bit while we're waiting. So he's going to be playing Slaanesh. Yeah, this makes sense. The Skull Cannon is really good against them, and then you just bring trash to not get yield quality. We even have a Chosen of Korn dual weapon in reserve. Holy shit. That's a cool build. Our ball, I like our ball, because if he gets surrounded by the Slaanesh Cav, he can explode and do a lot of damage. Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. We're feasting with these tournaments. We really are. Yeah, it's going to... The scene is very good right now. The domination scene is doing great. I'm sure Land Battle's doing good. Don't follow it as closely, but I would imagine they're having very populated, fun tournaments. But yeah, domination's in a really good spot right now. Very, very good spot. We have a lot of active tournaments. A lot of good new players showing up, which is fun. Yeah, it's been great. I'm excited for games coming up. There was somebody in the stream asking earlier what we're going to be doing on the channel aside from Total War in the next year or so. When Civilization comes out, I'm going to be hitting that hard in the paint. We're going to be doing a lot of Civ. Multiplayer Civ especially. So we're going to be doing like 4-player games with short-term timers and like cool PvP. Maybe like edit it together to be a little bit more watchable, but also live streams of it, which is going to be great. Dude, Pone is the GOAT, dude. Yeah, come on now. Put some respect on that name. Dude, he say-tanged me and blue-scribed me. The two-in-one wiener punch there. It was brutal. But yeah, Civ is going to be pretty hyped. I'm really excited for that. Aside from that, when Age of Mythology gets the new Chinese expansion, we'll cover that again. When Age of Empires gets its new Civilization pack, which I think they said there's going to be something in 25, I'll cover that pretty heavily. So yeah. Oh, in the new Heroes of Might and Magic 3 game. They're doing a Heroes of Might and Magic 3 game. Yeah, which is going to be fun. Anyone know what the next Total War game will be? No idea. I have no freaking idea. Yeah, I wish I did. I feel like this DLC drop is way less hyped than the last. The trailer was way better for the previous one. Yeah, but like I think it's hard to compare that, Harrison, because the Dwarves, the Empire, and Nurgle, I think are very popular factions. If you look at the data behind the scenes, like whenever Empire gets an update, it's always like the most popular. So I think that the last one was more hyped because of the popularity of the Empire. And Dwarves too, because Dwarves hadn't gotten anything in ages. And nor had Empire, right? Since the Hunter and the Beast, or whatever that DLC was called. It's been a long time. You can't really, the Empires, you can't really compare it. How's your old world? Yeah, I have 4 armies in the old world. I have Empire, which is really well developed. I have a Tomb King's army, which is pretty good. I have a big Chaos Dwarf army, and then I have a Chaos army, which is very small. I don't have much. I have enough to field 2,000 points, but it doesn't have any of the competitive elements, so it's my least favorite of them. All right. Let's do this. Get in here. And let's see what's cracking. All right. So we have a newcomer, Captain Pinchy, who is going to be playing against old Outer Region here in the finals. And the map is going to be, it's not Crystal Lake. It was, what was the map? Let's see. Glade of the Everqueen, which is pretty good for mobility. Well, there's a home objective, so Not bad there. That's pretty funny, Harrison. Yeah. I would say that, but I don't want YouTube to karate chop me. Remember when Warden and the Paunch was peak player count for the entire trilogy? Was it? That makes sense. That DLC was pretty hyped. Yeah, that was a fun one. Greenskins were really OP back then. Oh my god. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the Rock is cooking. As we prepare here, the Duel of Fates continues. Slaanesh versus Khorne in the grand finals. And we're going to see what's going on. Okay, looking good. Yeah, great stuff. Should be fun. Captain Pinchy versus Outer Region. Skull Cannons will definitely be the carry in this situation. I think that Khorne will have trouble with the Slaanesh mobility. Granted, they do have cheap halberd units, which is going to be a big difference maker. The Skull Cannon being protected and just farming value off high-value Slaanesh Cav is probably the avenue for success. For Captain Pinchy, I mean, there's a bunch of ways you can approach this. Slaanesh Elite Infantry are good here. Seekers are going to be very powerful. Fiends are going to be very powerful. Yeah. So let's see, man. Pinchy is really good. Outer, better watch out. Yeah. We'll see, Via. The dreaded Slaanesh Mirror. You got a play-by-play of how the game went, Via? You got any updates for us? Yeah, Nurgle's fun. I got to get back to playing some Nurgle. Nurgle has been one of the factions I've had the most success with. They're super fun. They just got badass units. Tamarkon is just such a pimp. Granted, I don't know what matchups he's good in, but Tamarkon might be all right into, let's see, Khorne. Tamarkon into Khorne isn't terrible. He's a pretty beastly fighter. Very slow, though. I don't know, Harrison. He's got a fair amount of games played on Total Tavern. You can see he's played some players of varying skill levels. You have to remember, Slaanesh is very, very good. Very, very good. I think they're going to be one of the top factions once people discover how busted Seekers are. Chaos Dwarves can kind of fight Slaanesh, interestingly enough. Magma Cannons are really powerful here. They just plow the Slaanesh units. But it's really a game of, can you keep those things online? Tammy is good against Demons of Chaos. Interesting. He went full mobility. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Slaanesh's mobility is pretty gross. As it should be, to an extent. I think Seekers could maybe use a look at. I think something about their animations or the way they pile in an attack is a little bit busted. But yeah, Pinchy's playing great. I'm excited to see how they do. Super fun. Lock on now, courtesy of Vermin League. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Oh, Oxyotl still bugged, huh? That's too bad. Not that anybody uses Oxyotl in competitive play. Are you going to check out the Lord of the Rings mod when it releases for Attila? Campaign is supposed to be close to finishing. I would not be opposed to that. I never played the Attila games, though, so the interface would be foreign to me. Yeah, Seeker's got Centaur models. Yeah. Black Cleaver gives magic damage and he's good against Fiends. That's a good point. Yeah, Tammy is awesome, though. Tammy's really cool. Yeah, Nurgle's a very good faction, though. They're solid. They have really good quality infantry. I mean, Nurgle has a couple ways of playing. One of the most prevalent ways of playing Nurgle is Unga Bunga infantry spam. Just high HP infantry spam with poison and just triple capping people. That's very, very powerful. And I think that's a good skill check. It's hard to deal with. But yeah, that's a very strong way of playing Nurgle. Nurgle can also play SE, though. You can do character spam and have a couple really powerful characters. You would have used Oxyotl against Ghost today if he wasn't bug. Yeah. Fair play. Fair play. You would think Slaanesh units would enjoy getting plowed. Hey, a fair point. Oh, I love it. We got an Exalted Keeper versus a Blood Speaker. Whoa. No, not the Blood Speaker. I feel like he's not very good, but maybe Outer Region can prove me wrong. And the Slaughter Guard ROR chosen. Dude, this is almost looks like a meme build, but I mean, I'm sure Outer has been scheming in the shadows all morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals. Yes, they have proof of a concept now. Yeah, they have a proof of a concept of a plan, yes. All right, so it's going to be Khorne versus Slaanesh here in the grand finals on the Glade of the Everqueen. So it looks like the two Chaos armies are fighting for the High Elf lands, and they're just hey, I want to just spoil these lands, so we're going to have at it. So front line's going to be Marauders, backed up by Fleshhounds. The single ROR Skull Cannon. We do have the new Blood Reaper with his healing ability, which is the Shackles of Khorne, or the Bloody Shackle. And we have the Blood Speaker on the Shrine. So he's going to be using Blood Sacrifice for healing. the Wild Abandon for damage output, and the Murderous Exaltations, which is a very, very good AoE and does quite a bit of damage as well. All right, guys. So that is going to be it. I'm hyped for this. This is going to be fun. We have the Chosen Halberd ROR, which is the Slaughter Guard, right? Where are they at? Are they hiding in the trees somewhere? Marauders. And the Slaughter Guard Chosen. So I think what Khorne wants is Khorne wants to force a blob fight on Objective 3 and just try and win with their speaker. But what the problem is, Slaanesh is just going to Alpha Strike them on Objective 1. That's what's going to be happening here. So looking at the forces of Slaanesh and Captain Pinchy, he's going to be rocking Marauder Horsemen with Slaanesh. Obviously, they have to be Slaanesh. But the Javelins are great. He's going to get initial objective control. He does have an Exalted Keeper of Secrets, which is going to be Lord of Slaanesh, not Shadows. And it is going to be using Acquiescence and Lash, I believe. We do have the Ballet of Blows, which is damage, Acquiescence, and Pavane. So using the Rampage to try and pull things out of the blob is going to be good, potentially. Devoted Marauders. On the outside, double Seekers. Seekers, again, incredibly devastating unit, and we're going to see how they perform here. But only 5 armor. You know, they can go down quickly if microed poorly. Fury, like a Fury jumping on them can sometimes do work if they're fighting something else. And let's get it. All right, good luck, have fun, guys. Let's get this party started and see if the dreaded Captain Pinchy can take down Outer Region, which I'm always excited to see new blood getting in here, man. It's going to be fun. So, we got the Hellforge Bellowers. They're going to be ripping shots into the Seekers, but they're going to hit a hill here, probably. Yeah, some of them do get over. Yep, every single shot misses, although one of them does tickle the Seekers, and they do take a little bit of damage. Moving up are the Doggies, so the Fleshhounds of Khorne are going to be grabbing the objective. Meanwhile, the Skull Cannon Outer Region needs to pay closer attention to the hill, and he does, and get up and over the hill there and grab it. If I had to look at the armies... Oh, nice Skull Cannon shot there, not bad. Does nail the Marauder Horseman. I would probably say that the Slaanesh army is a little bit better. I'm just so nervous for the Bloodspeaker. I feel like he's going to move here and think he's fine, and then Slaanesh is just going to come here and Alpha Strike this objective using their Greater Demon. Skull Cannon here is going to be putting some shots down, and this is also good play too, using the Marauder Horseman, although when they bunch up like that, it's a weird thing. But here comes the Exalted Keeper, going to be going after the Skull Cannon, and the Khornate army is going to be rerouting, but so far the back objective is going to be captured by Outer Region as a couple Khorngors do arrive, and the Skull Cannon's going to be turning, and is it going to take a pot shot at the Exalted Keeper of Secrets? It does not look like it. You might need to send the Slaughter Guard or someone over here. We do get more Khorngors bouncing out to grab that point. In the meantime, the Shotgun Skull Cannon friendly fires some of the Marauders, classic stuff, and does also nail the Marauder Horseman. But so far, the Skull Cannon has not been terribly impactful this game. Yeah, good positioning overall. There's some line of sight blocking on this map, and we do see the Blood Reaper moving up towards Objective 3. And Slaanesh and their Skirmish are going to be forced back for now. Marauder Horseman moving forward. Another Skull Cannon shot. Does do some great DPS against the Horseman. It's a nice little catch there. Some of the Flesh Doggies are going to be moving in. Are they going to get a catch? I don't think so. The Exalted Keeper could try and rampage them. It does have a Rampage. That's going to be a free kill there. That's, is it gonna, did he bring the Rampage ability? Oh, he didn't bring it. I don't think he did. No, he has Seductive Glory. That was a bit strange. He could have gotten a free kill on the Fleshhounds, which I think would have been worth it, but he opts not to go for it. So in the woods, we got more Khorngors coming out. Khorne is playing it like land battle. In land battle, this is how you often fight Slaanesh, just with boxes, with, you know, powerful effects. But the Slaughter Guard is stand at the ready, and we got a lot of Khorngors back here. Outer Region is just trying to present his Slaanesh opponent with like a really tough to break brick. Skull Cannon shots, get a nice salvo into the Seekers, immediately kill a couple models, and Khorne is going to be flipping Objective 3 right here. And yeah, we got the dreaded Box of Doom. I love this. With the Bloodspeaker, this is really badass. I hope it actually gets to fight. Exalted Demonettes being called in. A hard counter against the Slaughter Guard, probably. Another shotgun blast coming in from the Skull Cannon here. Does nail down some of the Horsemen who are trying to throw at Khorngors. And they'll do okay damage, but at the end of the day, not going to be too devastating. So at this point, Slaanesh, it's on Slaanesh to figure this out. And we do see the mobility play. So the Exalted Demonettes and Exalted Demonettes are going to be coming out here for Captain Pinchy. He's going to be making a play on the back objective. And Khorne is going to need to send some good reinforcements over here. You know what you probably do is you probably send the Bloodspeaker. Send the Bloodspeaker only and leave the box over here on Objective 3 for now. And I think that's what Outer Region's going to be doing. We see the Bloodspeaker making its way over here, while the Skull Cannon continues to shoot, getting respectable damage, but probably shooting the Skull Cannon into the Exalted Demonettes is going to be the play going forward. And we do see the Demonettes getting karate chops right there. The Blood Box! Yeah, the Blood Box. That's what it's called. I love it. So Fleshhounds get a good flanking charge, and the big Greater Demon, the Exalted Keeper, is able to rout off some of the Marauders, but Khorngors are standing firm. Exalted Demonettes are some of the better grind infantry in the game. Very, very good DPS. As we get another shotgun blast right in the face of those guys. It's been getting good value so far. Meanwhile, on this side, Seekers charge in, but they charge into the Slaughter Guard as well as Marauders, and they're taking big casualties. So that side actually going a little bit better for our Cornate champion. As we see the Seductive Glory activated on the Bloodspeaker, but he does not stand alone. He does have Khorne Gores and is able to help rout off some of the spear units. More Fleshhounds on the way up. Here we get Exalted Demonettes looping around the outside, maybe looking to get a free pick on these Marauders, not sure. But now we got a big old pit fight, but they do not stand alone. The Bloodspeaker does have access to his Khorne Gores here, the Hellforged Bellowers, and look at that, the big buffs going down, or the attack spells, I should say. Murderous Exhortations is going to be nuking any Slaanesh units nearby, which honestly isn't too much. So I think that the Bloodspeaker is going to want to escape the situation. But yeah, Khorne is holding their ground. They're not giving in to the guiles of Slaanesh, and the Slaughter Guard and the Marauders are going to be able to amply hold on to the side point. So I kind of like the overall strategy of Outer Region by like parking a couple elite units on each point. He's making it very difficult. Although potentially a nice pick here. We do see the Hellforged Bellowers getting caught by the Rampage, the Pavane of Slaanesh. Seekers going for the kill here, but oh, look at this. The Locus of Abjuration being activated for a little bit of magic res, which will help against the Pavane to an extent. And using the Blood Sacrifice to heal up the Hellforged Bellowers. So Khorne having access to a heal. This is an awesome grand final. It's really, really fun seeing the applications of these new units in what appears to be a very even game. Outer Region's Micro really on point. He turns about face, intercepts those Seekers of Slaanesh, continues to use the big Shrine. Now remember, the Shrine is going to be giving some erect buffs right now, but I love Captain Pinchy's play using the Exalted Keeper. Definitely gives him a tool to kill that Bloodspeaker, but not going to be easy. So Khorne is holding on though. Slaanesh is having trouble cracking the box. Here, the Marauders and the Slaughter Guard are just hanging out in this point, living their best life. Seekers are going to get hunted down by the Fleshhounds of Khorne. And here we have the Bloodspeaker just laughing all the way to the bank. But if he overextends, he could be killed, eating a little bit of Javelin Fire. Let's take a look at what the Shrine is truly providing right now. So right now, the Shrine is giving 10% ward save to all nearby units, as well as 10% damage. So really, really badass. And on top of that, it's also going to be giving leadership, which is going to make the Khorne army last much longer against the Alpha Strike. So in the backfield, the Hellforged Bellower is pretty close to dying. Slaanesh is grinding on this point here. Definitely, I would like to see some Exalted Demonettes come in from Captain Pinchy, move over there. I think that could be very, very nice. Seekers of Slaanesh are going to be called out. Exalted Demonettes seem to be healthy still. He does have one unit of Exalted Demonettes here and another one that seems to be in good shape. The Skull Cannon is probably up to about 1,000 value at this point. About 1,300. It hasn't quite paid for itself yet, but it's in the ballpark. Oh, Captain Pinchy coming in for the pinch, which is actually very funny since the thing has crab claws. And he does get a nice attack on the Hellforged Bellowers, but immediately Outer Region is going to be responding using Fleshhounds as well as Khorne Gores to try and fight this. We do get a big charge, Seekers on top of the Marauders, and they are able to get decent impact, but it looks like that's not where their charge order was being given. Slaughter Guard are just giga chatting on this point with their huge dongs, and they are going to be able to fight off the Slaanesh infantry no problem. Slaughter Guard are probably one of the strongest infantry units in the game, pound for pound. I mean, I don't know about if they're cost effective, but if just in terms of raw fighting power. Uh-oh, Captain Pinchy on the comeback, ladies and gentlemen. He does get an isolation here on the Bloodspeaker. Bloodspeaker is rampaged and Seductive Glory is active, but we do also see the Greater Demon being nailed by Murderous Exhortations, but Ballet of Blows is on 593 with Anti-Large, but the Cornate Hounds as well as the Blood Reaper connecting very effectively, and we do see the Greater Demon starting to go down here. So the Exalted Keeper of Secrets looks like it's going to be paying the Troll Toll, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bloodspeaker build seems to be working. The Khorne army here jacked to the gills with plus 10 leadership, plus 15% ward save, and probably plus 15% base damage. But the Bloodspeaker does get terrified. What? That thing can be terrified? And now Slaanesh is going to be counterpunching as well. So there's a high likelihood that we see the Bloodspeaker going down. That is very, very interesting right there, ladies and gentlemen. So the Exalted Demonettes are crumping on this point. Slaughter Guard are holding on firm here. Outer Region is up on points. Slaughter Guard are not going to be yielding this objective anytime soon as the internal entourage is called in. So the Slaanesh Elite Cav have arrived, but they did take a little bit of damage. Bloodspeaker needs to be salvaged if it can. We do see some Khorne Gores rallying over here. He's going to be sitting at 900 HP. I actually am a big enjoyer of Spawn in this matchup. They hit really hard against the light armor on Slaanesh. So, and they're unbreakable too, so they're not going to be broken by Alpha Strikes. I love the Spawn pick. We're going to see if it matters. So really desperation coming in here from Captain Pinchy, using the Eternal Entourage to try and take down the Bloodspeaker, who does have the Locus of Abjuration from the Blood Reaper down here. So Exalted Demonettes are bumping and grinding, 700 HP. Here comes the Spawn. It's going to be some pain. These things have 176 weapon strength. They hit very, very hard. They're going to start ripping apart these Slaanesh characters. You see the Seekers being punted off their mounts, and the Exalted Demonettes will also be very vulnerable against them as well. Slaughter Guard making their way across here. So the Slaughter Guard are going for a home capture against Slaanesh, which is great. They do magic damage too, which makes them very resilient against Seeker units. On this side, we do see the Eternal Entourage going to be slamming into Marauders, but being hunted by Hounds. And Khorne looks like they just barely endure. 140 HP, 100 HP, 95 HP. Oh my god, he just barely keeps it alive, and that's probably going to be crushing the hopes and dreams of Slaanesh here in this game. That was a crazy one, although he does get the kill on it, but I think it took too long. And at this point, Khorne is up in value. The Greater Demon is a much bigger loss than the Bloodspeaker, I would say. It's probably more expensive. Here we do get the big scary Cav coming in. The Eternal Entourage is going to be able to pick apart the Fleshhounds. And the Slaughter Guard need to find their way onto an objective if they can. So both armies are leaderless. Leadership is going to be an issue for these guys. The Bloodspeaker has 11,000 HP actually on the Shrine. I think it's 11.4. Sword of Khorne with the steel chair here nails the expensive Eternal Entourage, who's going to be sitting at currently 600 value. So Khorne has done a pretty good job keeping them in check this game. In the meantime, Blood Reaper moving over towards Objective 2. Objective 1 belongs to Khorne, and now we have the Slaughter Guard threatening the home objective. Now, even if Slaanesh can mitigate the effectiveness of the Slaughter Guard, they're going to have to commit a unit to fighting over here, right? Because if they don't, this point is just going to flip, and then Khorne is going to be laughing all the way to the bank. So it's going to be isolating and occupying several Slaanesh units. So Spawn of Khorne moving in with the Khorne Gorers. Here they come, and they're getting ready to party against the Devoted Marauders. In the meantime, the Spawn of Khorne going to rip apart the Hellstriders. They will take some attacks from the anti-large beat 6, but overall should be fine. On this point, looks like the Hounds and the Khorne Gorers should be ample answers against Captain Pinchy's mobility here. So the Eternal Entourage going to be coming across as we do get the Blood Reaper and the Khorne Gorers heading over towards Objective 1. So Slaughter Guard going to be hanging out on the point. Looks like they're going to seal that, and I think that Outer Region is slowly starting to take over this game. This is such a micro duel. Both Outer Region, I would say, you know, there's different high-level players who are known for different things. Like, there's high-level players who are known for their build decision-making, and that's how they win games. Their builds are very clean, but their micro is average. And then there's players who are kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, who, you know, their builds might not always be perfect, but their micro is really good, so they can still win with it. Outer Region, it's hard to classify his build knowledge. I would say his build knowledge is quite good, but he is more of a micro player, I would say. His micro is really, really god tier, and I think that's how he wins a lot of games. But he's certainly met his match in terms of micro. Captain Pinchy's micro is really, really good, but at the end of the day, the Khorne forces were able to win that pit fight, and that was the big determining factor. And good luck getting this right here. With the Slaughter Guard, yeah, good luck with that. These guys, they just have such huge dongs. They're going to hold on to this point here. Insane stat line and magic damage. They would probably even be able to fight off an Exalted Demonette. It would be a rough fight for them, but they would win it, I think. But they do cost like 500 more, right? So Blood Reaper character, pretty cool usage of the Locus of Abjuration for the spell resist. I think that's useful in a couple situations. We do see Slaanesh starting to win on this point. The Spawn of Khorne do get taken down, but they fight to the bitter end. And Outer Region can just Helm's Deep at this point. It is a triple cap situation, so now if you're Outer Region, you just spawn everything you can onto Objective 1 and just fight while you can on the other points, and you live your best life, for sure. So Harrison is saying, I think Outer Region's micro is decent, but he wins on decision making. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Interesting. I think Outer Region's micro is very good, personally, but I've heard some varying opinions. All right, so Objective 3 is going to be held by Khorne for a little bit longer with their spawn, and now we get to see this. Yeah, I think the Slaughter Guard will win this. The HP difference, the magic damage, the high stat line despite being a halberd. The unyielding assault means that they can't have their melee attack reduced, so despite the charmed, it does not affect them. So the demons will probably just crumble, although those Exalted Demonettes are doing work. The Blood Reaper is going to be ruining our test, though. When he gets in there, he's going to turn the tide of that fight with his magic damage. Back objective looking pretty good. Captain Pinchy going to be coming in with Seekers, looking to overwhelm Objective 3, which he might have an opportunity to. Like, if he can win this objective and then rotate over here and grab this point and take down Slaughter Guard, he could get a double cap. But I think that Outer is going to be winning here for sure. All right, pulling across here, we do have the Spawn of Khorne heading over towards Objective 1. A very, very good choice as Slaanesh does use their mobility here. And Slaanesh is pulling value back. They're actually ahead right now, which is very, very normal. Slaanesh is great at pulling value back in these kind of scrappy games due to how fast they are. And the Chad Slaughter Guard, backed up by the Blood Reaper, able to hold that point. Dude, I love that we got to see like some of the cool new Khorne units in action. And they're like balanced too, right? Like the Bloodspeaker is not overpowered, and neither are Slaughter Guard. Khorne Gorers are very cost effective, but you know, they definitely are good. All right, give us the half dong. No, the dong we'll save for the next stream, don't worry. So Objective 2 here is going to be swarmed across. We got the Seekers and the Eternal Entourage, but I think that the Slaughter Guard are going to be able to hold it. And now we have another 30 seconds here. Looks like it's over. Yep, GG, well played. Awesome performance. Very cool to see the Blood God get the dub, but also awesome to see a new player here, or newish player to the scene, and Captain Pinchy do so well. 1,700 value here on the Greater Demon, which was probably the weak link in the build. I think if Captain Pinchy had maybe switched to Shadows and had been using Pit of Shades and or Malkos to kill the Elite Infantry, maybe. But it's hard to say. Yeah, Seekers did fine. Outer Region really kept the Elite Cav in check. Like, none of the Slanesh Elite Cav got much value. Bloodspeaker was a Giga Chad, held there. Slaughter Guard got 1,400. Skull Cannon got about 1,800. Nothing too egregious on that, honestly. And, yeah, GG, well played. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that tournament today. That was a hell of a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching me get absolutely wrecked with the Sigmarites, because I did. And also, the semis and grand finals were very, very good. So that was fun. All right, guys. GG, well played. If you enjoyed this stream, please do drop a like on the way out. It helps YouTube recognize that I'm not a potato. And aside from that, we will see you guys back tomorrow, most likely. We'll be streaming around the same time, like 11 noon Pacific Standard Time. I'm probably just going to play or cast Opal Black Bears tournament. And maybe I'll try Ogre Kingdoms. I think it'd be fun to mix in some Ogres and see how we can do with them. I'm not very good at them, but maybe we'll play Nurgle too. I don't know. Chaos Dwarves, it's all fun. It's all in the family. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Congratulations to Outer Region for drawing first blood on Season 9, which is very flavorful with Khorne. First blood for Khorne. Gotta love it. He earned that one. You know, Khorne is not an overpowered faction at all. So that is earned with his blood. So GG, well played. All right, guys. See you around. Adios. Do widzenia. And that is going to be it for tonight.